Oh no! Oh no!
Look at this old faded Orioles cup I have. Yellow.
I just got that all over me.
Happy 100th American League. Happy 100th American League anniversary. How long's the American League been around?
Also, congratulations to IU. Let's start this podcast. That's why we're chugging beers. Give a big congrats to IU. We just witnessed history, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
May never see that ever again, and there might be another Hoosier movie made. By the way, I was drinking this, and it foamed up in my mouth and went all down.
You want me to comment there, or you want me to just let that breathe?
You can let it breathe. You and your fucking hoodie right now.
Hey, this is a gift for Christmas from Broach and his family. It's the Hard Rock one. I had to wear it for the game last night at Hard Rock Stadium, and it says louder.
Yeah, that hoodie could be louder.
I don't know that it could.
You're right. You are right.
That hoodie is something else. That's
right. I wore it for the game last night. I watched the game with Cabbage and my buddy Steve Pedley at Pig and Rooster and with Deli Dave. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good game for the most part. Had a lot of fun watching it. I was at work, but it was slow last night in January. This time of year, it's pretty slow in Ocean City. So
yeah.
I got to watch at least. I mean, I got to watch the last 10 minutes, but I got to watch most of the game. But the last 10 minutes, I got to watch pretty locked in.
That was probably the best part of the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, that's what you're gonna get.
Last
of course, right on cue. I get a delivery. I'll be right back, boys. Sorry, I just got to go get the door. That's all.
Go for it, bub.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Ooh, I could go for one of those. But while we're waiting for Brian, as always, our home base bar is Pig and Rooster. So if you ever want to stop by there on a Tuesday or a Thursday, they always have us playing live, broadcasted on the TVs there. Let's wave hi to everybody at the Pig and Rooster. Hi, Deli.
Hi, Deli. Hi, Kelsey. Hi, Rob. Whoever's there.
Working.
We love you.
Delaware Darren.
Yeah. Delaware Darren.
Well, yeah, I just want to give them a shout out. And honestly, what is Rogers doing? Is he taking fashion choices right now? Is he trying to make a statement
with the hoodie?
Man, that's rough.
No, yeah, I mean, you got it as a gift. You got to wear it.
The penny was a gift, Todd.
But
yeah,
I mean, you know what? To the game last night, yeah.
If it's comfy, wear it around the house, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. I have a number of things that I would not. I say I wouldn't wear them out in public, but also I really don't care. I really don't care. The stuff that the clothes that I wear to the gym, the people who go to the same gym as me probably think I have like 2 sweatshirts and one pair of pants because I wear the same thing pretty much every day. But yeah, it's just whatever's on the top of the pile in the closet. That's what I'm wearing. So that usually leads to me re-wearing a lot of the same shit all the time. Indiana, Miami. Let's talk about football. Not a lot asked of Fernando Mendoza in this game in terms of throwing the ball. 27 pass attempts, 16 completions for 186 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. Basically, don't turn the ball over. The idea here for Indiana was run the ball. At least that's the gist I got. Run the ball as much as you can while you can. And it worked. They ended up winning the game 27-21, but not for the lack of effort out of Miami in that last quarter, putting up a really nice fight. Man, I thought that false start was going to lead to so many more shenanigans than it did. I love that.
Barely a false start.
I know. I love that 4th down call to go for it. That ended up being the probably the signature play of the game, the touchdown for Fernando Mendoza. There was a lot of stuff that I really loved out of the Indiana side. What was your take on specifically?
Well, you said that they didn't ask a lot of Fernando passing wise, and they didn't in terms of attempts and everything like that. But there was a couple clutch plays that him and Becker connected on in terms of. They said it was a bad fade route that he had to come back for, but there was another back shoulder route that he caught as well in a key situation. It just seemed like he was making the plays when he needed to. And did you see like the whole Raiders organization was there to watch him play?
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. I mean, obviously, I'm sure Brady lives down in that area. I'm sure what's his name? Why am I blanking on his name right now? The Raiders, Davis. I'm sure he has a house down there as well. And then the GM and stuff was. So, but yeah, I mean, it was cool to watch. I mean, that we're never going to see anything like that again. Like, do you think we're going to see somebody go into a program like Maryland and turn it around in 2 years and go undefeated? First of all, for any program, Alabama, anybody go undefeated and win a championship is unheard of. I mean, so mad respect for that. Really like Signetti, to be honest with you, and that's just the PSAC bias in me, maybe. But since he was a coach at IUP, what did he say 5 years ago? Yeah. He was waxing a table at IUP at Thanksgiving, and last night he was 16-0 national champ at Indiana University. I mean, in football, right? I mean, he went from Indiana University of Pennsylvania to there.
IUP is a big feeder to Ocean City, by the way. A lot of IUP people. A lot of IUP people
spring breakers and stuff, or
no, just into a lot of people that go to IUP move here for whatever reason. I know so many people that went to IUP that live here now.
Interesting,
really bizarre. Also, shout out to former Terp and John Carroll, Roman Hemby, who was the starting running back or one of the top running backs for the Indiana Hoosiers. Had over 1,000 yards and had a nice game last night. So yeah.
Sorry about that, boys. Package for somebody that used to live here, so I had to take it and put it in the gym downstairs.
Who's Jim?
Good to know. Jim sounds hot.
The gym that's underneath my house.
Oh, she sounds hot.
Under Brian's house. All right.
What did I miss? What do you guys talk about? I heard Roman Hemby and I heard IU.
Yeah, we're just talking about the game plan and Signetti, how he said he was coaching at IUP 5 years ago, and now he's winning the national championship at Indiana University of Indiana.
Where is IUP in Pennsylvania?
Like, I think it's in California.
No, but there is a Cal University of Pennsylvania as well. So if you know anything about,
is this going to be you, Dusty, today? Is this what I'm going to get?
No, look, but okay.
I can fight fire with fire. All right, trust me.
Hey, I mean, he is being
look what I'm wearing.
It's in Indiana, Pennsylvania.
He is being a smart ass, but I mean, in the PSAC, there is an Indiana University of Pennsylvania. There's a California University of Pennsylvania. I think that's the only ones I can think of.
It's in Indiana County, Pennsylvania. I can't find it on a map.
But yeah, I think it's closer. I think it's closer up near Pittsburgh. But yeah, he won the Indiana University of Indiana.
It's just northeast of Pittsburgh. It's just north of Johnstown. It's right next to Johnstown.
Got it. I mean, the thing about the fucking the track that guy took, being on Nick Saban's staff at Alabama and then saying, "Hey, I want to go be a head coach," which respect. And you go to IUP, and then you go to Elon, and then you go to JMU, and then you end up going to Indiana. Let's say these aren't all heavy hitters, other than really JMU is probably the heaviest hitter.
Yeah, but only because he went there, and then the new guy who just got hired at UCLA too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bob Chesney.
Yeah, I mean IUP has always been a powerhouse in the PSAC conference, but you wouldn't have thought that Signetti goes from Alabama. Yeah, let me go take a head coaching job at IUP, but he's from Pittsburgh area, so that makes sense a little bit, right? But yeah, I mean, you didn't see the ascension this quickly.
No,
I mean,
nobody could have called this, and nobody could have called them making the playoff last year. That was crazy that they were even able to do that. And people were like, "Oh, this might be a fluke," and then they get killed by
Notre Dame.
Was it Penn State or Notre Dame? Yeah, Notre Dame.
Indiana on Indiana crime.
Yep. But then they get back this year and everyone's like, all right, they're going to lose to Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. They're still going to get into the playoff. The same thing's going to happen. And it didn't happen.
I mean,
they beat the shit out of everyone. The only close game that they played was the Ohio State game.
Yeah.
And then this game they played last night was pretty close as well. But everyone else, they pretty much beat the shit out of everyone.
I mean, the Ohio State game was essentially like the national championship. It feels like a little bit. I mean, obviously Miami gave a good bit of a run there in the last quarter, but I think leaving the Big Ten game, I think all the IU fans were like, "Fuck, if we see them again in the playoffs or the national championship," because they knew the brackets how they were setting up. Like, if we see them again in the national championship, I don't know if we can pull that out again.
I mean, this might be an asinine comment to make, but I mean, I think without that Ohio State game, where in the with 13-10, I don't think they win the game last night.
Yeah, maybe not. You're right.
Having that close game, you got to be battle tested at some point or another. And I actually kind of thought about this when I was watching the game. I remember now I know I'm older, but I remember like the first like real college basketball game I remember was when UNLV was just trouncing fucking everybody, and they ended up running into Duke in the national championship game, and Duke made it a close game, and UNLV didn't know how to react.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, Indiana having that close game probably assisted them in some weird way.
Yeah, and they're kind of like set up with Cignetti being such a hard ass in terms of fundamentals and being and having all your T's crossed and your I's dotted. They don't make a ton of mistakes, right? And you can't do that in close games. So they were kind of set up a little bit. That's kind of the makeup of the team, it feels like. But to what Brian said, they were beating the shit out of everybody. So they never got a chance to even be in the situation to be like, okay, now we have to really make sure we don't make any mistakes. And to be honest with you, they kind of did with that false start.
I'm nervous even talking about it because that kid's, I think his name's Fletch. They're going to call him Flinch the rest of his life. That kid, if they go down and score a touchdown, that kid never lives it down the rest of his life. Now, 20 years from now,
I can think of.
It's a joke. Now it's a joke. Like, remember that's how he falls started? We still won that championship game.
I was hoping Indiana won specifically for that because I didn't want that kid to be the GOAT because that was real bad. And by the way, when I was a kid, the GOAT meant a different thing than it means now.
Yeah.
The GOAT meant a bad thing, a very bad thing.
Yeah, I mean that, and I mean you sit there and think about the game. The game ended 27-21. Good teams win, great teams cover. I would put them down as a great team, but they did not cover this game, which we didn't, which we'll get to here in a second.
But they cover pretty much every game.
I know, but going back and like looking back on the game a little bit, that blocked punt where they have three personal protectors around the kicker, and the guy on the right, number 87, just lets him run by.
Him go.
Like, what the fuck was happening there?
And guess how many people they rushed? 3. Yeah, so it's not like they were outmatched.
They had the 2 guys on the ends, and then I guess one other one, like you said, but like that's the only 2 I saw.
They were not in punt pressure mode. Nope. Making up a term, but they weren't pressuring the kicker at all. They rushed 3 freaking dudes, and they still got to him. All right, now, question for the group. What do you think the biggest play was of the game? It's a question we were asking each other last night after the game ended. Do you think it was the Mendoza run?
Yeah.
The blocked punt, which obviously led to points, or that third and like long pass where he threw it to the guy on the right side to continue the drive, which ended up leading to the Mendoza run? I'm not trying to lead you in any way, shape, or form. What do you think the most influential play was for the outcome of the game?
I think the Mendoza. I'm just going to say the Mendoza run, just because I think that's going to go on a T-shirt. Him diving across the goal line, and that's going to be one of the most. If you're an IU fan and you think back on this game, you're going to remember that. That's going to be the statement piece of this game. Like, I mean, for IU fans for basketball, they all remember the Christian Watner shot, the Watch shot or whatever, against Kentucky, even though it didn't really mean anything. It's not to win a national.
Did you just call him Christian Watner?
Woffner, whatever his name is. I don't know.
Leitner?
No.
Christian Watford. No, it's an Indiana guy.
Watford. That's their big claim to fame because they beat Kentucky, and them in Kentucky basketball have a huge rivalry. Blah blah blah. Anyway, this should be that new thing for IU. It should be the Mendoza QB sneak up the middle, breaks fucking 4 tackles. There's not a holding call like Shane Falco on the fake field goal.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I do think like, is that the key play to this game? I don't know, but that's the play you're gonna look back on and be like, that was fucking awesome.
I agree. I mean, the most memorable play of the game is going to be, yes, what you just said, Brooksy. I really think it's that third down pass to continue the drive, because if Miami gets the ball back there at that point, they really have a chance to not
third
only
or fourth down.
It was third down and 10 or longer, and he throws it to his roommate. I'm blanking on the guy's name.
Becker.
For some reason, I want to say like Becker or something like that.
Charlie Becker.
Yeah. So that allowed what you're talking about to occur, and obviously the Mendoza play is absolutely ridiculously awesome. But if Miami gets that ball back, not only do they have the opportunity to go take the lead, but then they're going to get the ball back at least another 2 times, given the time left in the game. So it really that was the turning point for me. I remember that play being said, and I was like, "Damn, they just won the game, basically."
Did you have sound in the bar at all?
But for the first quarter, no, because Dell had trivia going. But then for the second one, we did. Yes.
Did you hear the Charlie Becker story?
No. It depends on when it was played, but probably not.
He's the only wide receiver. He's one of the only holdovers, maybe the only one. I forget what it is, but he's definitely the only wide receiver holdover from the previous era. The guy's first name Allen. His last name's Allen, the old coach. And basically he entered the portal before Sig came in, and Sig went to him like, "Hey, we want you to come back, but you're gonna have to earn everything you get, right? Basically, like, we want you, but I'm not guaranteeing you like you're gonna start, right?"
Yeah.
So I honestly don't know what he did last year. This year he was non-existent for the first half of the year. And then as soon as he started making plays when what's his name went down, Cooper, I believe, he started getting some burn out there, and they were basically like, we couldn't take him off the field. He's actually the fastest guy on the team, white boy.
He was their deep threat. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Check us out, guys. There is one left. But yeah, but I just thought it was an awesome story. It's a story that you rarely are going to hear of, if not ever again, or with the NIL stuff and the transfer portal stuff, with guys like staying put with a new coach coming in. He made his headway on special teams, worked his way into the starting lineup because somebody got hurt, and then they couldn't take him off the field. Like, you're not going to hear that shit anymore.
You don't hear that. No.
Happen. So it's a refreshing story, to be honest with you. And obviously the guy has 0 drop passes on the year, which is incredible. And second, he comes up with 2 huge catches in this game. Both back shoulder plays. One they think was probably just an underthrown fade that he had to come back and get. But regardless, he did it. He got the job done.
And honestly, he needed to come up big because their main receiver, Surratt, I think I'm saying his last name correctly, did not have a good game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they just took him out of it. I don't know. Yeah. Surratt and Cooper. Cooper's the one who made that catch in the back of the end zone against Penn State. That ridiculous catch.
Yeah, Surratt had that big drop that would have got him a first down, and he kind of knocked the ball up in the air a little bit too, which lucky he didn't get picked.
Yeah.
I did like the story to go with storylines that you were talking about, Brooksy. The storyline I watched pregame before I went over to meet the guys was how Fernando Mendoza's mother has multiple sclerosis. She has to sit down, and during the game, no matter what really occurs, her father will not celebrate by standing up. He stays seated the entire time. Thought that was obviously a tear-jerking story.
Well, he did on that run play for sure. I think he did on that run play. He did on that run play, and I think he did when they scored that last touchdown or something.
It's funny you bring that up because the tear-jerking story. I'm like crying on my couch over here watching, like listening to this story. It's amazing. And then, like, halfway through the game, you're right. He's standing up, like cheering.
But
I'm like,
if there's ever a time to do it, that's the time to do it. I asked, like, so I didn't see the story. Is she like pretty well blind as well? Because it seems like every single time something happened, he
touches her.
He touches her and talks to her, almost telling her what happens.
I know this sounds weird to say, but he kind of touches her neck, kind of. I don't know if that's Yeah, or shoulder area, like around here area. I don't know, but they didn't bring that up in the story. So
Okay. So I'm wondering if I just brought that up because I don't know if she's losing her vision because of it or what. I don't know.
And I'm assuming that's her twin sister that sits next to her because that woman looked almost spot on identical.
That I don't know. What do you guys make of Miami going blank in the first half? Do you credit that more to Indiana's defense? Do you put some of that pressure onto Carson Beck, who probably looked a little better in the second half than he did in the first?
I think it's more game
I'll
plan
defer to
situation.
Brian here because he's the one. One of his big reasons why he took the bet that we'll get to was because of the offensive line and them being an average of 53 pounds heavier than every single person on the defensive line for IU.
They thank you, Brooks. I appreciate that. They were having success, Dick. They were having success going outside. And when I say outside, just not directly up the middle. They were actually having success. Fletcher was having a lot of success going around to the left, not fully flanking, but like going behind the left tackle. But when they would run directly up the middle, IU was stopping them. Those linebackers, even though they weighed the exact same amount as Fletcher, the running back, they were stuffing them. And so that I think this is more of a game plan issue. Going back to the original question, I think this is more of a game plan issue. Get the ball to Tony. I think the young receiver's name is Tony, or even throw Fletcher out in the flat and let them spread the field a little bit. But they try to play power football with their bigger offensive line. And I understand the reasoning, but when you see it's not working after, let's say, 6-7 plays, let's make a little bit of an adjustment. They didn't do that in the first quarter.
It kind of seems like all of their offensive linemen were like, all right, we're down and then we're coming up like this. And if obviously IU, the only thing that they could do was rely on their speed. And that's what they did. They were basically hand fighting them real quick and getting around them, which it seems like from what I've listened to this year, that's what they've done all year. They're not the biggest group in the world, but they just like find ways into creases and get through and plug these holes. And I mean, it's genius, to be honest with you, with having it's almost like a bunch of not Gary, but a bunch of Dwight Freeney's on the offensive line. You know what I mean? Like it's just a bunch of those guys like getting around everybody.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I mean, because you would think it was almost like they would just come up like this and they weren't athletic enough to like go with them.
Hey, you know what? It was a fun little chess match of a game. And like we were all saying last night, and I know I lost the bet, and that's totally fine. I mean, you know, we have no problem with those things. It was good to have a nice chess match and a good championship game because a lot of the championship games the last couple of years have been absolute trash.
It was good to have
go ahead.
It was good to have two teams that seemed like they played pretty different brands of football. Miami kind of like sitting back, kind of waiting for the home run almost to a certain extent. Their defense was just more athletic and they probably played a lot more athletically. Indiana played more within their means, more methodical, move up and down the field, didn't have nearly as many explosive plays, but also didn't try doing their best to limit the explosive plays on the other side of the ball. So it felt like two very different teams when I was watching the game.
Yep.
And it shows that way too. Fletcher had a 57-yard run. Tony had a 41-yard run, and he broke that touchdown as well. So a lot of explosives on their side. On the other side,
speaking of explosives, can we
running the ball?
Speaking of explosives, can Laura take all caps off? Jesus Christ, what's going on here?
No, she's excited.
What's going on, Laura?
She's promoting the show. We don't do it. So somebody has to do it.
Look at all those lowercase. Look at all that lowercase there, Brian.
We don't promote the show, so her
name isn't even capitalized. Look, she's so low key. She doesn't even capitalize Laura.
And to Joe's point here, did you guys see the party in the street, like in downtown Bloomington, basically?
No.
I mean, they set some stuff on. I don't know what they set on fire, but they set some stuff on fire. I mean, it's their main street down there. Like Route 1 is Maryland, obviously. If we want to compare it to anything, theirs is Kirkwood. Their whole Kirkwood was just like all students. It looked awesome.
What do you benefit by setting shit on fire?
I don't know, but I mean, it's fun. As long as as long as nothing gets damaged except for what you're setting on fire. If it's like a couch that nobody wanted, Cool, go do it. But don't damage a bunch of people's cars. But regardless, I still remember after we beat Duke when I was in college, and I was I was not at Maryland, obviously, but I was at Maryland for the game. I mean, that whole thing afterwards was ridiculous. So fire is cool. But I mean, so people might not know this just out east, just because I didn't know this before moving out here. I use a big, they're as big as Penn State, right? Like it's that big of a university.
Yeah.
So like you guys know how Penn State parties. I would say that IU doesn't party as much as they do, but like when they, like you saw, I mean, you'll see it here all over social media here soon, probably. When they take to the streets, there's just so many fucking people that go there. So inevitably it's going to be ridiculous.
Also, you're just not going to these celebrations and parties are not going to be like they were inherently back in the day because there's smartphones everywhere. Kids have to be a lot more.
You say that, but they set some shit on fire. So
well, you didn't set any businesses on fire, right?
Hopefully not. I mean, it's not going to be like the West Virginia days where they're burning down streets, basically.
Well, it's not like Philly where they got to grease the light poles.
Malachi Tony is going to be a top 15 pick in the NFL draft at some point in his life. I can tell you that for sure based on watching this one game. He's a 5'11" freshman receiver. I don't care. That guy's fucking
far the most explosive player on the field.
He reclassified. He should be going to prom.
Remember when we said on the podcast a couple weeks ago he was 11 when Carson Beck made his college debut? 11 years old.
That's wild. Also, I didn't know this. I was looking this up last night that obviously he's not going to do this, but Fernando Mendoza is a redshirt junior. So if he wanted to come back, he could. And the whole storyline, his brother is the backup, but his stock's never going to be higher, right? He's probably going to get taken, if not number one, in the top 5.
It's little bro's time to shine. So I think we need to give him the spotlight now.
It's either him or that goes out and gets somebody in the portal. You never know.
That's true. We certainly can. Not that Washington guy though. He's staying in Washington.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he has to. I think the lawyer basically told him he can't get out of that.
That's gonna be awkward. That's gonna be an awkward year.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, I know you got offered $2 more million to go play for LSU, but kind of already committed here, bro. Yeah. Any other stuff in college you guys want to talk about before we move on? We've got some NFL head coaching stuff to talk about. We've got the divisional round of the playoffs.
I do want to say this. Poor form on Fletcher. You don't got to be fighting fucking dudes after the game. Period.
I didn't see that. Well, I was asleep by that time, to be honest with you. But
yeah, so Indiana guy, and look, if the Indiana guy instigated him, that's totally
dude, they were chirping the entire game. I feel like.
Yeah, Fletcher still has his helmet on, and the Indiana guy does not have his helmet on and starts throwing punches. And I got another thing, and this is just a gripe, and this is probably get off my lawn shit. Look, the guys being Signetti and Mendoza just won the national championship game. Do they have to do 5 fucking interviews right after the game? Can we not just wait, like maybe get one for the main broadcast?
Wait until after the podium.
And then wait till after the fucking podium. Let them celebrate. They worked their dicks off for the entire duration of like 9 months to get to this point. And all you can do is think about how you can sell fucking ads. Just give them the guys a couple minutes. Because right after Mendoza gets done doing the ESPN one, which I understand they're the main focus, main carrier of the product. Then you got the local broadcast and the local radio broadcast, and they all let these guys go fucking celebrate. Just give them a moment.
This is what you got to prepare for, though. When you go to the NFL, it's going to be the same shit, right?
Yeah, but we don't have to like it.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's bullshit. I think they should be able to go celebrate with their teams. But this is the reality of the world we live in. They're going to have to get used to it. Might as well get them used to it, right? I'm just playing.
Then the world. I know, but the world needs to change then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. That's just kind of the way it goes. But I mean, as put yourself in their shoes. It'd be nice to go hug your teammates and there's a whole lot more of them on a football team. Yeah, we like Brian love. I mean, you could tell by Brian's shirt, he loves working that thing off.
Is that an ode to the Mets? What is that ode?
But yeah, I mean, it's never going to change. It's never going to change. But I agree. I agree with you, Brian. It'd be nice to like, hey, let's just like put like microphones in there and listen to them celebrate and stuff like that. We can do the interviews right before they go up to the podium, right when everything's kind of like settling down a little bit. Let them have their moment. You know?
I mean, and you see these, and look, these people are doing their job. So I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm yelling at the situation. But you see, like, I forget her name, like Holly McGrath or whatever. She's like tugging on Mendoza, like tugging him. Like, I got to get you. I got to get this microphone going on. It's like, damn it, just let the man be for a second. Like,
and I mean, a couple people got pissed at NFL quarterbacks this year because I think it was the NFL. I'm pretty sure that when they were like, hey, like, because they were shrugging them off, like, I'm trying to go celebrate with my team.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, you're supposed to do that interview. Yes, I'll do the fucking interview. Give me a second
in
to
like
celebrate
10
with
minutes.
my team.
Yeah.
And I compared it, and this is like a live comparison last night because I wasn't getting mad, but I was just like, this is stupid. And I compared it on the fly to Brooks. You get married, you kiss the bride, and then before you get to walk down the aisle, we got to stick a fucking microphone in your face.
Yeah.
Tell me about how you feel about getting married. It's like, dude, let me sell it. This is the most important day of my life. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Like, just give me a fucking minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree with you. Like, and what Lars said, like the TV and local radio, I would be all on board. Like, hey, give the people who are broadcasting the game or like the whatever, like the main person,
the main carrier.
We don't need to do like the 4, like wait until afterwards to do the 4 or wait until before they go up onto the podium, but wait till everything settles down. Yeah, it's I agree with you. I think this is very much a get off our lawn kind of take, but I feel like a lot of America kind of agrees with us. But that might just be me. I don't know.
I mean, I hope they agree with us, and not that we're begging for, we're not fishing for compliments here, but it's almost common courtesy to a bunch of people who worked really hard in whatever capacity, and it happens in every single sport, and it's just it kind of stinks. Yeah. And you can see, like when Holly McGrath, and I'm using Holly McGrath because I know she was there, but she might not have been the one giving the interview, Molly McGrath, but you can see the other people waiting for the interviews directly behind Mendoza. So like they're literally in like a line, just waiting. Just like,
This is true.
Yeah, the person that's in like the 20th row of the plane and they're standing up right away, thinking they're getting right off. Like, fuck.
Well, then,
sit down in your chair until everyone else in front of you's off.
They cut 5 rows until they run into somebody else who's done the same thing.
Yeah.
And
they're also the person they're the person that put their carry-on luggage all the way in the back.
Yeah.
So I had to go back to get it.
If
you're gonna make the process 5 to 10 minutes longer for everyone behind you to get off this fucking plane. All you have to do is sit down in your chair, get your bag when it's your turn, and then get off. It's not that.
Your bag's filled with stinks.
I've seen this done the right way. Like if you are actually running late for like your next flight, and you've had like a really long day and everything's going wrong,
communicate that to people.
Can you
announce it?
Tap. Hey guys, do you guys mind if I get up first? Like, let the people in front of you know, and like have almost like a snake. Hey, there's somebody in the back who needs to rush to the next flight with their kid or something like that. Do you guys care if you just let them go real quick? Sure. I've seen that happen before, and I respect that.
No exaggeration, given how much I used to fly for my old job. I've seen it 100 times over, and it's very well received by people.
Yes, and you understand it. You're like, yeah, fuck, we've been there. We understand it, but if you don't communicate that, you look like a dick. But then there's a ton of people, 95% of people probably do it. And
to try to bulldoze people like Maurice Jones-Drew going through the freaking offensive line, it ain't going to work out well for you.
And that guy was short too. You wouldn't be able to see him below a crowd of people. That's probably why it was so hard to tackle him through the line of scrimmage. It's so low to the ground.
But yeah, I think that's a great comparison, Randy. That was a long tangent.
Big wind up.
This is one of the things that gets me the angriest. It's just being in airports in general makes me angry, but like
common courtesy, that'd be great. Thanks.
It's so like if we ever did a pet peeve draft, just like the loss of common sense when flying by people is insane.
And my wife doesn't understand why I get so pissed off in airports because people just don't think about any other people around them at all.
Yeah, but I got to get to Chicago. Lady, everyone in this airport has to get somewhere. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. I don't understand it. People piss me off when it comes to travel. I'm a travel snob. I am an absolute 100% travel snob.
Yeah, I feel like I've been that way since I was like probably 9, because since I was that age, my parents and Dusty probably know this as well. But Dusty was a lot younger. Dusty's 5 years younger than me. If anybody watching this podcast doesn't know, so he probably wouldn't have known at that point. But my parents have known since I was probably about 9 that like he gets pissed off every time we go into an airport because I hate everybody. Between that and sitting next to, I mean, our season tickets for the Orioles game, it got to a point where like I didn't even like going anymore, listening to people around me.
Why?
Because people don't know baseball at all. Like at all. Like you listen to people around you talk like during the game, and I'm like, dude, you're a fucking moron. You've never played a sport, have you?
And overhearing some of these old men who get done their golf round trying to talk about John Harbaugh getting fired and how Lamar Jackson was in on it and all of this fucking bullshit. And oh my God, dude, it's every day you have to listen to this fucking bullshit. And I just have to pretend like I don't hear it or don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's a little different. I don't want to get into I didn't grow up playing the sport. So like, I can't sit here and be like, I don't know. There's nuances to the game of baseball that we all know. Yeah. That the average person doesn't really know.
Wait, when the ball goes over the fence, is that a field goal or a home run?
Like and everybody cheering every time the ball comes off the bat in the air, it's like
every fly ball. It's like, oh my God,
it's fucking infield fly, batters out. We don't kind of fucking get crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's a ton of different stuff, but and there's a ton of different things like intricacies inside of the game as well that we'd have to see it to like bring it up, but we're just bringing up obvious. Yeah. Low blow stuff, really, but yeah, it got to the point growing up where I was like, I can't sit around these people. I just get pissed off listening to these people talk about baseball, and I'm like, you don't know baseball. You don't know baseball.
What's more obnoxious, the people that you're talking about, or this hoodie?
That hoodie is more obnoxious than.
Oh man! I'll tell you what, it's close. It's a close one. I think that's gonna be a neck and neck race right there if we put that up to a poll.
I feel like a Rob Gucci man or something. I have no idea what the hell I'm wearing.
His name's Gucci Mane.
Gucci Man.
Mane.
No, I'm going Gucci Man.
Mane.
I know.
There's an E on the end.
Gucci Mane.
Hey, so before we get off the topic of Indiana, even though we went off on a tangent about pet peeves and airport travel and baseball. How did the family take you there, Brooksy, to given they're all IU people?
Oh, I'm sure great. So we were supposed to, what's even more awesome is that, and this leads me to, before I forget this again, since we always forget birthday shout out to my father-in-law, Doug. Oh, it was his birthday yesterday, and he got to watch IU win the national championship. What a birthday, right?
What a birthday. That's awesome.
Could you imagine?
How long did he teach there?
To be honest with you, I don't know. He taught there for a long time.
20 plus years, probably.
And, less than that.
Making sure Deli's putting us on live.
But we already waved everybody. But yeah, it was well received. We were supposed to watch with them, but Banksy's sick right now. So we can't really go anywhere. He's still home from school right now. The only reason I'm able to do this podcast right now is because Caitlin's off today, so she can watch him today because he doesn't have his fever anymore, but he's still pretty sick. So we watched it at home. Honestly, Caitlin watched more of it than I did. I fell asleep in the second half. I was up. I kept falling asleep and waking up. I woke up and saw that they won. I'm like, oh hell yeah. But we would have been up for the entire thing if we were able to go over there and watch the game. So yeah, everyone's pretty pumped up today. I think a lot of schools have like delays or they're off school today.
Hey, you took my question out of my mouth, man, or please answer my question before it could come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I was wondering how they react because I mean they're not used to having this kind of stuff, especially in the football world. I'm sure the basketball world, but that's been about since they played Maryland in the national championship game.
Yeah, I mean that's the last time they were. I mean, I
Like
can't say relevant.
significantly relevant. Yeah.
No, I mean they were good.
The
They were,
Oladipo teams.
yeah,
were
the
good.
Victor.
Yeah, you're
the
right.
Victor time was good. They just didn't. They weren't able to get to the national title. But I mean, I don't. There's a lot of Purdue people around here too. I mean, we're pretty equidistant between Purdue and IU.
And then Butler, you got Butler around.
Butler's right
20
downtown,
minutes
Yeah.
away, yeah.
but obviously, like they have. I don't know if they have a football team anymore or not. They used to. Obviously, they're not going to be in Division I single A, if that's what you want to call it. Though they would be in like double A.
Yeah, they're D1 double A. Pioneer League.
But obviously, they still have their still have basketball, which is up and down. I mean, they had Greg Odom coaching their team the last couple of years, like not as an assistant, not as the head coach. And then they have Caitlin Clark's boyfriend helping out coach there as well. But yeah, I mean, I would say football wise, obviously there's a ton of Notre Dame fans here. And I would say that was first and foremost because everybody growing up here is used to them being good when they were growing up. But
sure, a lot of those people are Indiana fans this
they
week.
are all, well, if they went to IU and they were Notre Dame football fans, then yeah. It's nice to choose that way, huh? But
yeah. All right, we've gone 42 minutes and we have not spoken about the NFL playoffs. So let's get into it. But before we do, let's talk about a couple of these coaching hires that have happened. We had Robert Saleh, who was the formerly the head coach of the Jets and the defensive coordinator for the Niners before and after that, has been hired by the Tennessee Titans on a 5-year deal to be their new head coach, according to Adam Schefter. What do we think about this hire for the Titans?
I love it. I think it fits his personality. I don't think New York fit his personality. So I love this.
And I agree with you, Brian, because the only thing, like, you listen to the pundits and you listen to like the Baltimore sports media talk about this a little bit. It's kind of hard to come up with an opinion with like, I really want this guy or I really don't want this guy when you're not in the interview rooms. Like how, like, or played for these people. The only thing you have to go off of is like their press conferences and like how their defense or offense or their old teams performed. That's really all you got. And that's not much, to be honest with you, because if we're going to go off that, then John Harbaugh would have been a ridiculous hire, right? I mean, so I just don't understand a lot of the I want this guy, I don't want this guy, I think this guy would be really stupid. But if we're going off of the what has happened in the past, I'm with Brian here. I love Robert Saleh's personality. I mean, I feel like he would have fit Baltimore really well too. I mean, he's a defensive-minded guy. He's a hard ass. I mean, he's a hard-nosed kind of a guy. He just kind of seems like he fits that Baltimore or Pittsburgh kind of mentality.
Once again, I don't know his coaching philosophy. I'm not going to even read into the New York Jets time because the Jets seem to find a way to turn gold into absolute dog poo with corn chunks. So I'm just going to say his personality fits a small market organization. And that's, I mean, just base his moxie, his nose to the grindstone kind of determination kind of feels like a Vrabel to me.
Yeah,
so,
he was in our coaching our fight club thing that we were.
Yeah, that's right. Who would you take in a fight, Vrabel, Dan Campbell, or Saleh?
DeMeco Ryans.
Or DeMeco Ryans.
Too, yeah.
By the way, two good-looking bald men right there in that foursome. Holy smokes!
I'm going to give DeMeco Ryans a lot of shit when we talk about that game. Before I do that, I'm going to go the other way on this hire. Number one, Brian, you said it. He's like a Vrabel. You love the mentality. You love the defensive nature. You love the personality. Well, guess who was just there a couple of years ago and you fired, and now is in the AFC Championship with the team who won 4 games last year.
I agree with you.
If you wanted Mike Vrabel, why'd you fire him in the fucking first place?
Okay,
You've seen his record for the Jets. He was the coach of the Jets for 3.5 years. He lost 10 games, 13 games, 10 games, and then he got fucking fired after losing 3 games at the beginning of the next season. This guy hasn't won shit anywhere. I know the Jets situation wasn't great. He also just got absolutely embarrassed on fucking Sunday night or Saturday night whenever they played Seattle. Got absolutely rolled over. I don't get it at all. I think if the Titans organization is going to continue to flounder because they keep doing the stupidest fucking shit ever.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with most of what you just said, but I think you're putting a lot of negativity on Saleh that I don't think is
20 and
deserved.
36 as a head coach, and he goes and plays defensive coordinator, gets blown out, gives up 41 points in the divisional round
with a shell of a defense,
and then gets another job the next year
with a shell of a defense who he somehow got to perform the entire year.
I know. I'm just saying I don't understand what the Titans are doing. They had Vrabel in the building 3 years ago.
I agree, and I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
I'm letting you vent. I'm letting you breathe.
It's so stupid.
To be honest with you, the Titans deserve all of this for firing Vrabel because that was the worst fucking fire of all time.
Hey, if I'm the Tennessee Titans, I'm going to ask the owner, hey, remember when he had a really good coach? Oh, yeah, you fired him. Hey, remember when he had a really good wide receiver? Oh, yeah, you traded him. Oh, hey, remember when he had a really good running back? Oh, yeah, you let him walk in free agency. I mean, no big deal there. I mean, yeah,
Jeff Fisher would go 8-8 every year, and they'd bring his ass back. But then Vrabel has one bad year, and they fired him. It's ridiculous.
It's because he had a great mustache. All right, don't fuck with mustache men.
Dude, I mean, the AJ Brown trade was the undoing of this entire organization.
Oh, that's when him and that press conference should be studied for how to disagree with the GM without saying you disagree with the GM.
How about the video of him in the war room, in the draft room, just like
this was the war room. Like this was the war room.
What the fuck are we gonna do now?
This was the war room. The Titans have traded AJ Brown for blah blah blah.
Trey Burke.
Yeah, first round pick they took Trey
and just walked out. He walked out of the room. He got up and walked out of the room.
He said, my quarterback is Ryan Tannehill, right? I need this guy.
The best thing that happened to Mike Vrabel is COVID happened, which sounds so asinine because he didn't have to be in a war room. He got to actually do the draft from his fucking house where he had his kid. This is how he felt about the GM. He had his son sit on a toilet with the door open in the background so that people could see his legs and his pants down. That's how he felt about the GM.
Dude, that COVID draft was so weird. Remember, everyone thought Roger Goodell threw his back out at the very beginning of it, and he just had to sit down in a chair. And, and it's like,
he had back surgery. Yeah. He had back surgery like right after that, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm going to deviate, and we have to come back. You made me think of backs. Hanging out with Cabbage last night, you got to see this guy walk right now. He threw out his back, moving a couch. He looks like Old Man River without a cane. It's unbelievable to watch him walk. Sarge walks quicker than Cabbage does right now. I want you to qualify that.
Yikes.
That's rough. That's rough stuff there.
And by the way, Dell, Sarge, you're watching live at Pig and Rooster. Thank you. That was a great time last night.
No Burke slander allowed. There's going to be plenty of Burke slander. He did get seen by the second team this year.
Although he did have a nice little career resurgence this year at the end of the year.
Other coaches,
Stefanski gets hired by Atlanta. I think that immediately makes Bijan Robinson the number 1 fantasy pick, unless you're going to be in one of the top ones. That's that running game is going to be stellar. If you remember what Stefanski was able to do when Nick Chubb was healthy, when they had some semblance of an offense there, I think they're going to be pretty well suited there in Atlanta for that. The problem is, I don't know who's going to be playing quarterback. Is it going to be Old Man Kirk? Is Michael Penix going to be recovered in time to play by the beginning of next season? Probably not, based on timetables that we've seen in the past. And even if he is, do we want him to? Because he wasn't very good this year. So they got questions to answer there in Atlanta. But I do like the coaching hire. I think Stefanski's a good guy, a good coach. And honestly, this is the guy I wanted the Ravens to hire. So I was sad about this one. Do you guys have any thoughts on Stefanski in general?
No, I mean, what are your thoughts on? I mean, Salah's gone, Stefanski's off the board. Those are really the only two besides. I mean,
Hafley
we saw
Harbaugh.
Hafley, but that's not a guy that we interviewed. And Stefanski's a guy that we interviewed twice, or we requested a second interview, one or the other. I can't remember. Do you feel like we're missing guys right now, or do you feel like we just keep going through, plugging away, and doing our due diligence on everybody? Because I mean, we're basically doing our due diligence on every coach in the fucking league right now.
I think the latter. I mean, and I saw this on Schefter's thing, Schefter's Twitter earlier. I think they're handling this head coaching prospect or this head coaching process like at the draft process. I think they're just going to do a lot of studying, a lot of talking to people, and I think they're really going to try to nail the guy. And if a couple of the guys slip through the cracks in the meantime, if they don't really love him, I think that's okay. I think if they really wanted Stefanski, they probably could have had him. And I think before he took the Atlanta job, I'm sure he reached out, and Baltimore said, if I had to guess, probably said something to the effect of, "Hey, look, we're going to go through our whole process. We're not going to jump the gun on anything." And I don't disagree if that's the way that they're going to.
Boys, this is called service. I didn't even ask for this. This just walked into my house.
Chicken Rooster in the house.
Hell yeah! That's a great looking hat.
Look at that. Look at
Man,
that.
dude. Thank you.
You just get badges. You get badges delivered.
And Nasty Nate's wearing a hat. Look at this. He's got his Gary Williams hat on.
That's what I said. I said that's a good looking hat right there.
Brian, you should do a jersey swap.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Do a jersey swap.
Jersey. That's great. Thanks, Nate.
I'm with you, Dusty. Like I think that if we absolutely wanted one of those two guys, we would have made it a point to say that we did, and vice versa. I think that those guys would be like, I mean, we're the best landing spot, right? By far, I think. Yeah. I mean, you could sit there and say the Bills, you could sit there and say like the Giants right now, but you have a team that's ready to go right now, as it sits, right? So if those guys had any inkling like they were in the running for this job, I feel like they would have held out a little longer, right? I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know me, Dan Patrick, I watch it all the time. He's consistently been saying whatever job John Harbaugh did not take between the Falcons and the Giants, Stefanski was going to take the other one. And he wasn't wrong. And he said that before it took place. So
that's fair.
So I looked, like Dusty said, and before, like, obviously Nate came in with the drink, which is still pretty awesome right now. Still kind of smiling.
He basically doesn't. And if he does,
the guys have a key code to my house. Sometimes when they get backed up, like they're busy as hell over Pig and Rooster, they'll come over here and use the bathroom right here. So they have specific people have key codes to my house. But anyway, that being said, I really think the Ravens are going to take their time. What Dusty was saying, they're going to roll this out, and it would not surprise me for the second to last, or third to last to really pick a coach. The last is most likely going to be the Bills because they're late to the game, because they had to go through the process with McDermott, and they missed that window of being able to interview coaches who might still be coaching. So like the Chris Schules of the world, stuff like that.
So, I mean, everybody's going to go through that process right now in terms of like, you can't interview any of those guys.
Well, there was a window, there was a playoff window for 1 week where you could do like Zoom interviews and stuff, and they weren't able to do that.
Well, correct. Yeah. But now they can't. Well, no, they still can, right? They can't.
No, they can't. No, there's no contact with coaches that are still playing until after their team is out of the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah. Because and honestly, we've interviewed 3 or 4 of those guys that are still in the playoffs. So
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if we absolutely loved one of those guys, then yeah, we're not. I mean, you're going to sit here and wait for a couple more weeks.
Yeah. So maybe we like. I'm just going to throw a name out there, and I'm not saying I'm not doing any hypotheticals. Let's say we like a Chris Shula. Mm-hmm. We're not going to announce that we're hiring him until after he's done with the Rams.
But you're going to know because we're not going to hire anybody. It's going to be one of those. It's going to be Shula, Webb, or Steelman, or
Weaver.
well, Weaver's not in the playoffs anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, he's coming in for a second in-person interview.
Yeah.
Correct.
So-
fair. But
Yeah.
I mean, if we sit here and keep waiting this out, we're gonna know, like, hey, we love one of these guys
Yeah.
from that.
And if you're a Raven fan watching this and you like this kind of information, you're more interested in finding out more about this coaching process, follow Jeff Zrebeck on Twitter. I don't know if
He's
that's
really
how you
good.
pronounce it.
Yeah.
He's the best about this kind of stuff. He's like the Rock Kabako, I guess, of the Ravens. He just tweeted an hour ago. The Ravens have done 16 interviews in the first round of search. So that means 16 coaches got first interviews. 2 of them have been hired elsewhere: Stefanski and Saleh. 5 of them, Vance Joseph, Webb, Kubiak, Shieldhouse, and Shula, are still in the playoffs. Could not do in-person interviews until next week. And then the other 3 notables are the 3 guys who we've now confirmed requested second interviews with, which is Anthony Weaver, Jesse Minter, and Joe Brady. So those are the 3 guys we have requested second interviews with. Apparently, DaCosta and Bisciotti said that there will likely be 4 or 5 second interviews. So we're going to get a couple more of those names, and I would assume that's going to narrow down the coaching pool a little bit more, and we'll see based on that. God, just don't hire McCarthy. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I can't believe the Steelers are even bringing him in, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know. If you're a team and you hire Mike McCarthy at this point, I don't know.
Hey, Permante's brothers will be really happy.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's a Pittsburgh guy. That's probably where I'm sure he wants to go there.
Yeah.
I was, and to stick on the same topic here, I was pretty surprised at the demand of, and I mispronounced the guy's name, Jeff Hafley. Hafley. I was surprised at the demand for him. Now, I understand why he went to the Dolphins, because he was with the Packers, and then the Packers hired an assistant, I guess an assistant GM to become their GM. So he wanted to bring in a guy he knew well. That makes sense. I was just kind of surprised at the demand, because the guy's only been a head coach at Boston College and did not have an impressive resume. He was like 22 and like 30 or something. Basically, he had a losing record.
Again, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, and nobody knows him better than that guy, right? Because I mean, he's worked with him for X amount of years. Let's just call it 8 years. I have no idea. However many years he's been with the Packers. So
yeah, I mean, I'll put it this way. I mean, at least the Dolphins are trying to do something a little different, where they actually have a GM and a head coach that are in unison, as opposed to doing the piecemeal shit where you have a GM, an incumbent GM, and brings in another coach, or then vice versa, maybe a coach, and then you bring in a new GM. So,
yeah. I don't know about the Hafley deal with Miami. I don't really know what Miami's going to do. I think that kind of is one of those dead man walking jobs. They also hired a new GM, John Eric Sullivan, away from Green Bay. I saw Brian Gutekunst, I believe, got extended as well in Green Bay, along with Matt LaFleur. So some stuff going on there in Green Bay. I mean, we still have a lot of teams. The Bills stuff. Let's talk about the football games, and we'll get to the Sean McDermott stuff, I guess. Just because we're an hour in, we haven't talked about any of the NFL games. Let's talk
about the teams that lost, because we can talk about the teams that won on Thursday. The teams that lost.
Let's start with the Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills. Not only because it was the first game of the weekend, but also because the coaching stuff, and we just talked about that. The Broncos won 33-30 against the Bills in OT, right? Was it an OT?
It was an OT.
Yeah, it was an OT. I don't know. All these games blended together. There's a lot of good football the last couple weekends. So, and we find out about 20 minutes after the game that Bo Nix, the starting quarterback of the Broncos, has broken his ankle and is out for the year. I believe it's his ankle. Either way, he is out for the year. He's not going to be playing for the rest of the playoffs.
And Tracy Wolfson deserves so much credit, the on-field announcer, after the game.
Okay. Brian, let's just get into this. Go ahead.
Watch Tracy Wolfson interview Bo Nix. She says to him, because they get 2 or 3 questions, right? We've been talking about, interviews after wins. She interviews him, and I think her second question is, you don't seem really excited about winning. And he's trying not to be like, oh, I have a fucking broken ankle, and I can't say it out loud yet. Because he wasn't putting any weight on his foot. Now, you can't see that on camera. But she says that to him, and you can just see he's dejected after beating the Bills. What a bummer.
Yeah. Really unfortunate situation with that. But let's talk about the teams who lost, like you said, Brian. The Buffalo Bills. And the story of the Buffalo Bills this season was that, in my opinion, the roster wasn't necessarily up to the par of the Buffalo Bills teams of the last couple of years. But Josh Allen was able to put a Band-Aid over a lot of those boo-boos with his great quarterback play. And it just kind of stopped here. You like
You
that?
can't say
boo-boo
boo-boos
reference?
without me laughing.
I said boo-boos. You're really good. I mean, what do you put Band-Aids on? You put them on boo-boos.
And cuts and lacerations
Boo-boos.
and other things other than boo-boos.
I don't know. It's just funny to me. I don't know.
Coming from a dad who's got a little boo-boo boy right now. He's got a boo-boo.
I say it all the time, but just listening to it come out of your little brother's mouth.
Yeah.
An adult, an adult's mouth.
Yeah.
Listening to the word boo-boo, he's not talking to a child. Oh, you got a boo-boo?
Look, Josh Allen's was able to right a lot of the wrongs. I guess I'll say it that way.
Yeah.
So Brooks doesn't have a laugh
I like
attack
boo-boo
over
better.
here. Yeah. But in this game, he just didn't play all that well. He didn't play like his all-world self, and that was the problem. That was always going to be the problem if he wasn't able to carry them through the playoffs, a la Joe Flacco in 2012. What are the Bills? How are the Bills going to be able to compete with the rest of the AFC? And we found out he has a bad game, and they still almost won. They had a pretty good chance to win. I don't want to give Josh Allen the all the shit in the world because he's been really great, and honestly, most of the playoffs losses that he's had in the past haven't really been his fault. They've been the fault of the team. But this one, I think you can throw on Josh Allen's shoulders. That fumble going into halftime, there's no excuse for that kind of play.
Not only did he fumble it, and this I'm just making. I'm gonna boo-boo. I'm gonna cut you off here. Not only did he fumble it like 20 yards backwards.
It's like he threw it backwards on purpose. So here you go.
It was bad.
Here you guys go.
It looked like Sam Darnold when he was seeing ghosts, like that kind of play.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah.
I mean, he had a bad game. He had a bad game, and you could hear it in his post-game presser. I mean, he had a bad game. He said he let his team down. I mean, four turnovers, and he lost 2 fumbles. So I mean, that's and in all honesty, he could have had a 5th turnover that wasn't taken advantage of. So just a bad game. Quarterbacks get a lot of the credit more than they deserve, and they get a lot of the blame more than they deserve. This one is you deserve the blame on this one. It's one of those instances. But like you said, he's probably the best quarterback in the NFL right now, and he just had a bad day, and it's a really bad time to have a bad day.
Yeah. That was an interception, by the way. Randy says, "Yeah, I agree with you, Randy. I agree with what Joe Burrow said on Twitter. A lot of people on Twitter talking a bunch of shit about rules that they don't know anything about. He said both of those plays were clearly called correctly. It wasn't even that hard. They weren't that hard of decisions for the refs to make. I agree with him. Immediately when I saw the replay, I said he doesn't possess the catch through the ground, and the guy ripped it away from him. It can't be incomplete because it didn't hit the ground. I think it's an interception. And I understand why Sean McDermott was probably fired. We know now he might have been coaching for his job. Maybe he didn't know that at the time, but I mean, it's the playoffs. You're trying to get there, and the fact that they didn't look at it for a little bit longer, I think, is really what kind of made everyone a little bit more frustrated. Yeah. But the people are on Twitter who are arguing that should be a catch for Brandon Cooks are just wrong. I disagree. Do you guys have thoughts on the interception? It's very controversial.
Well, I think you just wrapped it up pretty much perfectly what we would say.
Yeah, Boo Boo, you did a good job, man.
Yeah, Boo Boo.
I'm cool with being Boo Boo. If you guys want to be, if you want me to be Boo Boo, I can be. That's what was that? Yogi's son or Smokey Bear's son? Hey Boo Boo.
Hey Boo Boo.
Yeah. No. I mean, not much to add there, but is it a controversial call? As a Buffalo, you put myself in a Buffalo Bills fans seat. It's probably should have been looked at a little harder, but I don't think they got the call wrong. I mean. Do I think it would have gotten overturned? No. I mean,
would we be mad if it was called against us? Oh, you better fucking believe it.
Yeah, probably. But also,
I'd be mad. I'd be mad they didn't look at it. I mean, that's got to get looked at, right?
It's got to get looked at.
That was so close.
Allen gets the ball and he has a chance, and they just don't get it done.
And you know
what? I don't
know. the one turnover isn't making the difference. He turned the ball over fucking 5 times. How many times?
Four, maybe a fifth. Oh, well, they turned it over 5 times in general because Cook got crushed in the hole and fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not the one that's going to do it. That's going to be the most controversial, obviously. So same thing as like we talked about it. Like it's same thing as Mark Andrews last year. Is that the deciding play of the game? Yes, but it's not the play that decided the game.
Yeah. I like the way you said that, Brooks. That was good.
Yeah, that was good. That was well done. And I'll also say this.
Put that on a shirt.
I'll also say
Brian's shirt. Put anything else on Brian's shirt.
Brian doesn't need to be any louder.
I have a naturally boisterous voice.
Boisterous what?
Voice.
Oh. I gotta pee.
I got paid. The Bills. I don't understand the extension and the promotion of Brandon Beane. And
I was surprised by this as well.
I mean, and I'm sure you've seen the same stat that I have, Dusty, because we actually read instead of Brooks, who just watches TikToks. So I hope he can hear us. He's drafted 56 players since drafting Josh Allen, and only 2 of those 56 have made the Pro Bowl. So there's not a long list of success in the draft from this gentleman since 2018. Now, can you say it's because of the coaching? Sure, we're not inside those rooms, and we're not watching Bills games to a T like we watch the Ravens, but sooner or later, you just got to draft talent, and talent ends up showing up on the field no matter if they're coached well or coached poorly.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. I really didn't understand the promotion when I saw it as well. And I was almost thinking, like, did they promote him within the organization just so they could hire a new GM and get rid of him as the GM and save face with him? I don't know if that's what my initial thought was, but it's not the case because he's apparently going to be
the GM.
He's going to be continuing his GM role as well, along with his president of the team operation. I totally agree with you. I don't get it. I think this Bills team has been pretty underwhelming for the last few years. I think Josh Allen has been Superman for them. They haven't had since other than Diggs, they haven't really had a premier pass catcher for him to throw the ball to. They tried to go out and get Amari Cooper last year. He was at the end of the road. It didn't really work out. They didn't really make any kind of those moves this year. I guess Brandon Cooks, but you saw how that worked out. And also Brandon Cooks is way over the hill at this point. He was over the hill a couple of years ago. So I don't know. I don't really get it either. As far as McDermott, I think there was a lot of games in the past where you could probably blame him. I think this is not one of those games. I think this game is going to fall on the quarterback's back, I guess. But I don't really understand the McDermott firing here unless they're going to go. Are they going to go young? Are they going to bring Daboll back in to work with Josh Allen because Daboll got that Giants job because Josh Allen had that breakout year? I really don't know which way they're going to go with this, and I don't know if McDermott wants to coach next year, if he's going to be available. I don't think he would be a Ravens guy. I think he would probably be a guy that would go into a situation that needs a rebuild, which is kind of what he did with Buffalo. But you're not going to fall into a situation with Josh Allen very often. So. Yeah. On the other side,
I heard something, and while we're sticking on the teams that have lost, Albert Breer, who's obviously Monday morning quarterback, locked in. He said, "Look, when you have a generational talent like Josh Allen, swing for the fence, call the Rams, and say, hey, what do you want for Sean McVay?" I know that's asinine. It sounds crazy, right? Because the guy's still in the playoffs, may win a fucking Super Bowl.
They want Josh Allen.
But if you have this quarterback who can bring you something crazy, go get a coach that is going to benefit Josh Allen the best, because you do not waste these prime years of Josh Allen.
I agree with you, but also, like, you're not going to get Sean McVay.
They don't have anything. They don't have anything good enough to give up besides Josh Allen.
Yeah. Call San Francisco.
Yeah, and what are they going to do? How are they going to trade for Kyle Shanahan? If I was San Francisco, I'd say I'll take your next 4 first-round picks. I'm keeping Kyle Shanahan.
No, I'm not talking about trading Josh Allen. Trade for the coach.
I know, but who are they trading for the coach? They have no assets.
Maybe
Besides
Brandon
Josh
Bean.
Allen.
Maybe you can trade Brandon Bean.
Yeah, maybe you can. Shout out Brandon Bean for John Lynch straight up.
Yeah, that's cool.
While we're talking about teams who
non-Hall of
lost,
Famer.
let's talk about the 49ers. They got their dicks kicked in this game. It was never close. Kenneth Walker went absolutely fucking bananas. Zach Charbonnet out for the year. I believe he tore his ACL. He's out for the rest of the season regardless, the next couple of weeks. But this game was a complete domination. And while we're just talking about the teams who lost, what do we think about this Niners team? Do we think this was a successful season based on the fact that they kind of had a year from hell? They still won 12 games, won a playoff game. Do we take positives from this, or are we still, are we kind of upset about the fact that the last game of the season went?
No, take a positive. We're sitting here saying that Shanahan should win Coach of the Year because he got this team as far as they did. So yeah.
I take this season as a positive. What I also think is I'm now going to skew negative, unfortunately, is this window is closed. This is a year older of George Kittle coming off an Achilles, a year older for Christian McCaffrey with more hits. He took a ton of carries this year, a ton of touches. So this is the window is basically officially closed. Now you're going to be banking on Brock Bowers being a great quarterback. And I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but I don't think
Brock Bowers is going to be a quarterback.
Not Brock Bowers. I'm sorry, Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
And you're really asking him to be a Josh Allen, which he is not. He is great in the role that he plays. The window has officially closed. Brandon Ayuk, he was a healthy scratch, even though they said his knee was still hurt or some bullshit.
Yeah. Not to.
No, they said even if he was ready to go, like the fact that he wasn't showing up, that he wasn't going to play the rest of the year.
Yeah,
and to your point, Kittle's done for all of next year too.
Yeah, and there you go. I mean, it's the window. The window, unfortunately, has closed on those guys, and they're going to have to draft well. And that's why, once again, maybe Buffalo makes that call to San Fran.
And not to mention their stadium is built right next to that substation. That's the reason that they're all getting hurt. You remember?
Look about conspiracy theories.
Yeah. And that's not getting any better. Bless you, Brian.
Thank you.
Other teams that lost this weekend, the Texans. Their defense was the best in the NFL. A lot of people comparing them to the 2000s Ravens. I will urge you to settle down a little bit here. I'll urge you to settle down a little bit. But the Texans defense was very, very good this year, and they proved that in this game, despite the fact that their quarterback just did not want to hold on to the ball at all. I think he had 8 interceptions in the 2 playoff games he played this year, and they still won one of them. It was brutal. We were having an argument in our text chain on whether they should bench CJ Stroud at halftime. Brian said, put Davis Mills in now. Might as well try to win the game. In our text chain,
they could have put in fucking Miss Frizzle and won the game.
And I'll say this too: on the other side, it wasn't that great either. But we're just talking about the teams who lost. And I mean, this offensive line we said before the season was going to be a big issue, and it was. And I just did not. And I know the offensive line was bad. I did not see this regression coming with Stroud. He's not been good since that rookie.
He is chasing the ghost of his rookie year. That is as simplistic as I can put it. And Troy Aikman actually kind of said the same thing.
Oh,
the detriment to his career right now is how good he was as a rookie. And that sounds so stupid to say, but he was great as a rookie. People were like, we redrafted. He'd been the number 1 overall pick. Go fist yourself. All right. Look, he looks terrible. He had terrible body language. He's like a kid who just lost his puppy out there. And by the way, heads up, you're in the middle of the fucking playoff game and your entire team is rooting for you. And you were known for your accuracy. And then guess what he didn't do? Be accurate. He missed 3 wide open dudes. One hit a dude in the ankle, and it wasn't Bo Nix to break it. So I don't know what you think, Boo Boo, but I mean, let me know.
I think I agree with all the things that you just said. I share that sentiment. I think this Patriots defense is good, not great. I think he made him look like a fucking $1 jillion. I don't really understand how he was able to play this poorly in a playoff game. I can't believe this team made it to divisional play. I can't believe they won 8-9 straight games. with him playing quarterback. I know this defense was special, but Jesus, Murphy, that was ugly.
He cost himself millions and millions of dollars. He's actually up for a contract this year. They're going to make him play out this 5th year. And even even if he plays well in this 5th year, he's going to get franchised, and they're going to make him prove it his 2nd year in a row.
Yeah. Ugly. Brooks, you have any other sentiment you want to say? Any
no,
other
I
pieces
really
on the
thought there was
Texans?
going to be a good comeback year this year for CJ Stroud, even though his offensive line we knew was going to be doo-doo. And
Boo-boo.
Doo-doo and boo-boo. I like this.
Doo-doo boo-boo. And Tank Dell was going to be out. And I think Nico was out for a little while to begin the year as well.
Nico missed this game. He missed some weeks intermittently throughout the season.
Yeah, I feel like he missed a part of the first part of the year just because of the injury last year. I could be wrong about that. But
Nico's one of those guys who, like, if you draft him in fantasy, just get ready for that Q next to his name the whole season.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought, Christ, man, that was one of the worst playoff performances I've seen in a long time.
It was bad. That was bad.
Hey, what's my
Like,
line? He made vanilla ice cream look exotic. He was terrible.
It was bad.
I love that we went into this show saying, like, we don't have much to talk about. We're an hour and 15 minutes in.
We still got a lot of stuff to
and
talk about.
we still have a lot of shit to talk
halfway through this NFL shit. Let's move on
to it right now.
Let's move on to the Fighting Caleb Williamses, the Bears, who once again, great season to them. I said this was my favorite game coming into the week specifically because no matter what, the Bears were involved in the stupidest, craziest game ever. And guess what? It happened again. Caleb Williams on a 4th and goal or like 4th and 20? He runs 25 yards backwards. Heaves one into the back of the
4th
end
and
zone.
game. Hey, how about it? It was 4th and game.
4th and game. Heaves one off his back foot into the corner of the end zone. He ran to bomb. And of course, for whatever reason, the corner was just nowhere to be found. What was he doing? Cole Kmet was sitting in the back of the end zone basically by himself, and the guy was up by the front pylon. I don't know.
All I could think of was when Jacoby Jones caught that ball against the Broncos. I'm like, that dude must be reincarnated and play for the Rams now.
I don't know what the hell that guy was thinking, but that is the reason I am not 10-0. By the way, the Rams did not cover; they were -3.5. Randy is a Bears fan. I like where the team is at. I think they're ahead of schedule. I totally agree with you. I thought Caleb was kind of a disaster.
If he's a Bears fan.
Oh, if I'm a Bears fan. He's a
Raiders fan.
Oh, yeah. God. If I'm a Bears fan. Yeah, I think I agree with you, too. I think nothing but positives out of this Bears season if I'm a Bears fan. I think the quarterback is there. He does make some stupid, boneheaded mistakes, but I think he's proven he can make pretty much any throw you need him to in any situation. And then I think the defense needs one more year to get right, and Ben Johnson one more year to get his message in there, get more guys in there. But if I'm a Bears fan, I think they're going to be the favorites to win that division next year.
Without a doubt. I don't understand why Ben Johnson always looks like he just ate a turd. His face is always so bizarre. But that being said, I want Caleb Williams not in the first 3 quarters. I want Caleb Williams in the 4th quarter. That dude wants the ball, and that dude makes plays. And we talked about it the week prior. That pass he made against the Packers was insane in between 3 dudes. That pass he just made this past weekend was incredible. Probably one of the better passes, and I don't say ever that often, I've ever seen. It's nuts. He's fading away, going backwards with dudes in his face who are paid to kick his ass. And he throws it and hits the guy. Now, once again, we don't know what the corner's doing, but just to have the wherewithal to throw it to the back corner of the end zone and hit Cole Kmet for, I think, his only target of the game. So that's a great play. The Rams scared the living shit out of me, but I want them to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I guess let's talk about the winners of. Unless Brooks, you have any sentiment on the Bears? Do you agree with us? Do you think they should take positives from the season/game?
Yeah, I mean they shouldn't have been where they are. They should be absolutely ecstatic for beating Green Bay twice, getting to the playoffs, winning a game in the playoffs. Like fuck, nobody. If you're a Chicago Bears fan and you told them that before the season, you'd be ecstatic.
Yeah, especially I mean, look, they scored 25 in the 4th quarter to even get into the situation where they're able to play this game. I think they've shown some chutzpah. I think Caleb showed enough this year to me to take him seriously moving forward. So Yeah, let's talk about the other side, and we might as well just go right back up the line in the order we were talking about the games before. What am I talking? The Rams. In the snowy weather, did you guys think the weather played a lot of a factor in this game? By the way, or do you think it was just a little bit? No.
I thought it would have played more of a factor, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It wasn't. I guess it's certainly in that New England Houston game. The weather seemed to do all kinds of crazy shit because there was turnovers galore in that game. But yeah, this game, I mean, Stafford still threw for 258. He still threw the ball 42 times. They were running the ball pretty well though. Kyron had 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. Neither of the teams, both of these teams seemed really explosive offensively throughout the season, and they didn't really seem that way in this game. Maybe the weather was part of that, or maybe that's just playoff football too. It slows down a little bit, and the game gets usually tends to be a little bit lower scoring in the playoffs in general. Do you have faith in this Rams team against Seattle? Do you have any faith in this Rams team against Seattle? I know it's the third time they played them. They beat them by 2, and they lost by 1.
I have a ton of faith. I have a ton of faith in them. In fact, I actually would take them in. I don't want to give my picks away yet.
Wow.
But I have a lot of faith in them because I actually trust Jared Verse, and I'm blanking on the other edge rusher they have to get to Sam Darnold. And I'm going to take in this game. I'm going to take the best quarterback, and I'm going to take Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Well, we're not making picks until Thursday.
We're not.
I think I just gave mine away, basically. But yeah.
It's okay. You can change your mind by then anyway.
Whatever you say, boo boo.
McVay. Fun fact I read about McVay: no coach in NFL history other than Sean McVay had more than 5 wins before their 40th birthday. Sean McVay has 10, and he turns 40 on Saturday, the day before.
What's high score mean? Did I break it?
The NFC Championship game, yeah. He's clearly head and shoulders above all the other young coaches in the league. I think John Madden and Mike Tomlin were the only other 2 guys that had 5. So that's pretty crazy company to be involved with. I mean, look, they're going to go as far as Stafford takes him. He has games where he doesn't look the best. But for the most part, he was really great this year. But that Seattle team is tough. And let's just talk about the Seattle team on the other side. 41-6, dominant win over the Niners. This game was over before it started. Rashid Shaheed returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and then
that's the ultimate. You get you got the wife and the kid are over there. Like, leave dad alone for a minute. I got my snacks. I got my beer. I'm ready to go for the game, and the game's over.
The game is over right away. This was a complete and utter domination of this game. The Niners had no chance. Like we've talked about their defense and all their injuries, and not just on defense. They had injuries on the offensive side too. People were playing hurt. They had guys out, and they were doing their best to try to stay in it. But 17-0 in the first quarter, right off the bat. I mean, you kind of knew where this was going. And Seattle's done this multiple times throughout this year where they've gotten off to these huge leads and just kind of coasted the rest of the game. And they're able to put games away too, which is what I like about the Seattle team. It seems like when they get these leads, they don't blow them. A la, some other of our favorite team. Were you more impressed by the Seahawks? More, was it just kind of the Niners are depleted? What was your thought on this game? Yes.
Both. I mean, a little bit of both. I thought there'd be a little bit more fight out of. I think once Kittle got hurt, they knew where this was headed.
Yeah, both to go along with Brooks, but a lot more sided toward they were depleted and they had just come to the end of the road. They had. I mean, once again, I think we said it a couple of times. They were putting together with spit and duct tape, and it was amazing to see what they did. And finally, it all came apart. And
they fought valiantly. I mean, they fought valiantly to that point. And I think seeing Kittle go down in the first quarter? It was at least the first half.
No, he went down last week.
Last week.
I know the first quarter of last week or the first half.
Yeah,
last week. I think once that happened, it was just like, fuck, another one.
Another one.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, that's it. It's like even if you win that game, where else do you go at that point? It's just like it becomes too much at some point.
if you're an Eagle fan, how pissed are you that you lost to the San Francisco team?
Not that. I mean, because
I don't know, man. Seattle kicked the shit out of the San Francisco team. I don't know.
Again,
I think it's
but I honestly think that after that Kittle injury, I think it was just like, all right, fuck. That's just about it. And like the fire just kind of came out of the sails a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you just say fire came out of the sails?
Yeah, it's something out of right field or something like that.
Wind out of the sail. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it.
Because
if there were fire in the sails, there wouldn't be any sails. They'd be on fire.
Kenneth Walker was
You ever seen a hot air balloon, Brian?
Kenneth Walker was the player of the game for Seattle. He had 19 carries for 116 yards and 3 touchdowns. Zach Charbonnet, we mentioned, I believe, out for the year. I think he tore his ACL. He may not have, but he's out for
next year.
This year, regardless.
He tore his ACL. It's official. He tore his ACL. They announced it on like Seattle radio.
Yeah. Patriots. Actually, let's talk about the Broncos first because Bo Nix. Yeah, really unfortunate for the Broncos. Biggest situation they've been in since Peyton Manning was there, and they've gotten the unfortunate news that another mediocre Auburn quarterback is going to be playing for them this year in Jarrett Stidham. Can't believe they're just hoarding all these terrible Auburn quarterbacks, but Bo Nix was good at Oregon. I couldn't believe it when I found out Jarrett Stidham was going to be starting the AFC Championship game. I still am trying to wrap my head around it.
I know this isn't going to happen, but are they allowed to go pick somebody up right now if they wanted to?
Yeah, I think so.
Off the street, not a team, not a person that's on another roster.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They could get Phil, maybe.
They can go get.
Nah, he's on roster.
No, you're right.
Go get Tom Brady.
That might be a conflict of interest, given that he has a team in the same division.
Agreed.
Russell Wilson played for them.
I'm just saying hypothetically. Yeah. Cam Newton.
I think Jeff George can still sling it.
I don't know. I saw Vinny Testaverde hard count on Gruden's show like 2 months ago. He could probably do it. He's like, what is he, like 60? He looks like he's freaking 35 years old, by the way.
Botox is a hell of a drug.
Unfortunate situation for Broncos fans. Their defense is dominant, and I don't want to underplay their chances moving forward, but we've seen this maybe twice ever. Jeff Hostetler and Nick Foles, as those are the only two that I can think of that have actually successfully done this.
Yeah,
let Joe Flacco get in there and sling it.
Flacco's on a roster. You can't take people on rosters.
He's a
Why don't
free
you
agent.
Get Cam Newton in one of his big hats, and he can run through the hole.
Year's over for them.
Fitzpatrick.
No, he's still on an active roster. He's part of the roster.
Fitzpatrick.
No, he's not. What do you mean?
Yeah, he was.
He's still part of a team.
He's a 1-year deal. No, he's not. His deal's over as soon as
the league year still goes on. The league year ends.
March. Yeah, you're right.
The league year end. Well, actually, okay, he would be available the minute after the Super Bowl ends. Go get Cam Newton in his big hat.
Regardless, Jarrett Stidham is starting this game for the Broncos, and I don't want to say they have no chance in this game. They have
a chance. They're on the field.
They have the best home field advantage in football. We've seen backup quarterbacks win before, albeit not very often. What do we do? We have any thoughts? I saw J.K. Dobbins, the practice window open for Dobbins. He could potentially play this week. I don't know if that makes that much of a difference. A returning guy. Every year.
That's probably a topic for Thursday when we get a little bit more information.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll save it for Thursday. Patriots walk into the AFC Championship game.
Can you get a cakewalk season? I mean, this is a cakewalk season.
Having played literally no one the whole year, they played, I think, 2 or 3 teams with a winning record the entire season until the playoffs. And then in the playoffs, they play the Chargers, who have no offensive line, and the Texans, who have no offense. And now they get to play the Broncos, who have no quarterback. It's rough. I know they're playing their schedule. They're playing.
Yeah, they're doing
It's not their fault. They didn't make the schedule this way. It just sucks.
Doesn't mean I have to be happy about it.
Exactly. And they didn't pay their dues. I saw Stavi say this. Like, You guys are supposed to be bad for 10, 15 more years. You had Tom Brady for that long. Like, you don't deserve this yet. And Drake May's fucking awesome, and it sucks. I hate it.
He's really good.
It sucks.
And that booty, by the way, that booty catch.
That was not booty.
The catch
it was Keyshawn Booty, but it was not.
It was booty, but it was
no,
booty.
but
yeah.
Are you guys done?
No.
What kind of booty?
All right, boo boo.
That left
We're
strip.
morons. We are absolute morons.
That left
I want it no other way.
We used to play Tim Duncan NBA Live basketball on the Nintendo 64, and I always used to use the Supersonics, and they had Gary Payton. It was 3-on-3 basketball. They had Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, and
Detlef Shrimp. Hell yeah.
Hey, boo boo.
German stud.
Boo boo. Yeah. Cakewalk for the Patriots, but they played great this year, and Drake May seems to make that big play. Whenever they need that huge play, that huge 30, 40-yard throw, he just always seems to make the throw. And I know that it took a spectacular catch from Booty this week, but, I mean, it was an unbelievable throw. It was right on the money, and he does that a lot. Once again, I continue to think that this team is not all that talented, but they're well coached. And I think that matters more, and they have a great quarterback. And sometimes that's all you need, and, some luck. And they've gotten plenty of luck, that's for sure.
Making a comparison, they remind me a lot of the Indiana team that we just talked about winning the college football playoff. They don't make mistakes, and they have a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
And do we think that Vrabel loses his Johnson this year? Brian doesn't know this, but because he doesn't really go on social media very much. Vrabel did an interview while he was still with the Titans on the Bustin' with the Boys podcast, and said that he would cut off, they asked him, would you cut off your wiener for another Super Bowl title? And he said, and he started thinking about it, and Taylor Lewan goes, you already have 3, man. He goes, yeah, 3 as a player, but as a coach, I've been married for 20 years. She'd probably help me cut it off, actually. So, yeah, I'd probably lose it. So do we think this is the year that he loses his Johnson?
That's a boo-boo you ain't getting back, boo-boo. All right.
Does he lose his piece this year?
By the way, as of Sunday night, the Broncos were 13-1 to win the Super Bowl. That's to win 2 games. That's pretty crazy. I was thinking about betting it. Just for the off chance that they win this game somehow and they're in the Super Bowl, and then you can hedge out of it. But I don't think it's not that high anymore. What is it now? It's 11-1, so it's gone down a little bit.
Is darts still going on? Can we bet on darts right now?
Dude, darts was we were watching darts at Pig and Rooster last time I was in Baltimore.
It's electric.
Yeah.
Their intros
awesome.
are crazy.
It's incredible.
It's like WWE.
They're just like, bring it on. That one, that little fucktard kid who looks like a human potato.
They got Sandstorm. They're coming out the Sandstorm.
Oh, man.
You don't hear Sandstorm. You don't hear Sandstorm all that often anymore. You don't hear that all that often. All right, yeah, I think we've covered the games pretty much at length. Any other thoughts? Kickers, not as big of a factor this week as they were last week. That's good. Never want kickers to be the biggest topic. No ref. There's some ref controversy in the Bills-Broncos game, but we've kind of debunked that already. I don't think there was any giant ref controversies, calls that we didn't love that led.
Yeah, there was a couple other ones in the Bills game as well, just for pass interference calls, non-pass interference calls. But you know what? Fuck them. They deserve it at this point.
Yeah.
Good analysis.
Trey White. I mean, Tre'Davious White. Trey White.
Tre'Davious
White.
Okay.
Tre'Davious. You're right. Tre'Davious.
Trey White. Whatever. Former Ravens.
Whatever he goes by. I'm not sure what he goes by or what his full name is. But I mean, the fact that he had the Ravens pass interference call and they married it up next to the Bills pass interference call. The Bills one was definitely, I thought, pass interference. The Ravens one was god awful.
Yeah.
How the fuck was that a pass interference?
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah.
It sucks. Sucks that it happened to the same person, that he's involved in the same thing in the playoffs, but whatever.
I saw some of that stuff too, but I mean, for the most part, I think the officiating was pretty decent this weekend. I didn't hear a ton about it, other than once again the big thing that I think was kind of stupid. I just came across this on Twitter, so I wanted it to present it to you guys, even though we finished talking about this subject, but I just thought it was crazy. This is a tweet from an Indiana fan. This was the first Signetti game of the Indiana era, and this
Looks
is
like
the
Maryland.
this is the crowd, August 31st, 2024. That is a year and a half ago at Indiana University, and they are now the national champions. Unbelievable. Un-effing believable.
Is that Maryland? Is that Maryland or not you?
I think Maryland might have a better showing. That looked like Eastern Michigan.
Barely.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I mean, Maryland and IU are very much in lockstep with, like, we're basketball schools. We'll show up to football tailgates. Maybe we'll wander in. Probably not.
Yeah. We're mostly
Not
going
anymore.
for the drinking because the team is bad. Speaking of Maryland athletics, Coit scored 40 again against Penn State, and the Maryland basketball team got their first Big Ten win.
Don't even know who that guy is. Maryland basketball doesn't exist this season.
Yes,
Diggy Coit's actually
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good player.
Sounds good. See you next year.
He's put up 40 a couple times, and that was a record for the Xfinity Center, which I thought was crazy. Nobody scored.
I don't even know. Is he a senior? I don't even know what year. I can't even watch.
I don't know. I don't know what year any of these guys are.
I mean, neither. Yeah.
I think Nick Faust might be on the team.
No. He was.
He was there when I was there. And
no,
that's
Harris
how college is
Smith.
going these days.
Harris Smith is at Georgetown, but he left Georgetown midway through this year somehow.
Harris Smith. I thought Harris Smith is. He's got to be a golfer. Harris English.
No. His last name.
Don't you dare! Don't.
His last name is Harris Smith.
Yeah.
From Mount St. Joe.
I actually know who that is. Harris Smith. I thought you were saying first and last name Harris.
I got that, and I was like, oh
yeah.
I can't remember his first name though.
Speaking of golf, we had the return to Hawaii last week. Chris Gotterup won the tournament. More importantly, we have some better tournaments coming up. They're going to California, PGA West this week. Scotty Scheffler is teeing it up. And then next week, we have Brooks Koepka at Torrey Pines. And then the week after that, I believe, we go to Pebble.
Yeah.
So golf season's getting ready to ramp up. We'll talk more about that in the weeks to come. We have, before Pebble, actually, they do Waste Management and then Pebble. So Torrey Pines and then Waste Management and then back to Pebble. And then the Genesis. Wow, actually, really, February, great month for golf.
You hit it off. I mean, they really have a star-studded lineup.
Yeah. And then after that, they got the Arnold Palmer and the Players in March, and then we go into the Masters. So golf season ramping up. We'll talk more about that. The top ranked college player in the college national championship last year, or national champion last year, has foregone his senior year at Ole Miss and signed with Liv, and he's joining Phil Mickelson's High Flyers team. He is no longer eligible to play in the Masters as of this afternoon or whenever he signed the contract, which is unfortunate for him.
Sushi or Susei?
His name is Michael Lasasso.
Yeah.
So sushi.
So he was actually eligible to play in this year's Masters.
He's a breezy guy.
National championship. He wears have a day stuff. But I would have probably played in the Masters and then signed with Liv right afterwards. But it's his decision to make. So whatever. All right, we're not going to talk about golf today. We got more stuff to talk about. Baseball.
Kyle Tucker sucks at life, and the Dodgers are ruining baseball. There you go.
Okay.
There's my take.
Thank you for saying that, because that is what the internet thinks.
And there you go. So
there's
my take. Don't ask me any more questions.
Do you actually think that?
The Dodgers are doing exactly what the Dodgers should do. They're taking advantage of the rules. They're taking advantage of loopholes. They need to close this shit. Stop it. I know the Players Association will not allow a salary cap, but this is not fair to the rest of the league. This is not a scorned Orioles fan. This is a person that likes some sort of parity in baseball. And yes, were the Dodgers 2 outs away from losing the fucking World Series? Here's a fun fact. They were still in the fucking World Series. And they were in the World Series because the regular season means nothing to them. They're going to make the playoffs, and then they have a star-studded lineup that is terrifying to every other team.
I mean, you say that, but they had the most injuries in baseball last year.
That's fine. And you know what's really funny? They have a bunch of backups who'd be starters on other teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there was a ton of people that you probably don't know who they were that were playing in that World Series.
Like
Emmett Sheehan.
I heard of him in a book once.
An encyclopedia.
Britannica.
Someone has.
I don't know how you could be mad at the Dodgers.
I'm not mad at them. They have so much money and they're just throwing it. The fact that Tucker was getting $50 million average annual and they were like, fuck it, we'll give you a 60. It's not even like they went 51. They went full on 10 mil more.
Well, they have to
with
because California taxes and opt-outs.
Fair enough. And they defer everything. They got to get rid of this deferment shit. They have to get rid of it.
Look, there's going to be a collective bargaining thing at the end of the next season. A lot of people think there's going to be some sort of lockout. I would imagine the MLB is working really hard right now to make sure that doesn't happen. Hopefully they're nailing down a lot of the language that they're going to have to now as opposed to later. But, they've got the season to prepare for too. So they've got other stuff on their plate. But I think this is going to be a big topic of controversy at the next lockout thing, or the next collective bargaining thing, I should say, which is December 1st, I believe, next year or this year, after next season. It's over $2 billion in deferrals after this contract. This contract actually isn't really that bad in terms of deferrals. I think it's only 30 million of it. The 240 total is deferred. There's opt-outs in it. So if he has one good year the next 2 or 3, he's able to opt out. And maybe his last year, instead of 1 year for 60, he can opt out and then get 3 more years for 180 or whatever the hell he wants. But the money is ridiculous. I totally agree with you.
Can we step back?
I don't blame the Dodgers. I don't blame the Dodgers at all. I don't blame them. Exactly what I would do if I was them too.
I don't blame them. They're doing exactly what they should do for a team in a major market that has a ton of money coming in from their RSN.
And they're doing exactly what the Yankees did in the early 2000s and the late 90s.
Correct. They make the Yankees and Red Sox look like little boys at the kiddie table at Thanksgiving. Because if you collectively put together what the payroll is for the Yankees and Red Sox, it's half, maybe a little over half of what the Dodgers have. Now, that being said, I wanted to take a step back. I think we all could take a step back. You just rolled by $2.1 billion. Like, it was like nothing. Like, it was just like, well, see ya.
Yeah, but it's all crazy. Different. It's all different years. They're not paying that. Like, it's not like it's
a problem.
Fuck. That's the total.
It's a problem.
It's a problem because other teams aren't either can't do it or aren't willing to do it. In most parts, it's because they're not willing to do it. This is not a fault of the Dodgers, right?
No,
and you're right, Laura. Deferments have been around long before the Dodgers, yes, but deferments have not been to this extent. You're not
to this degree.
You're not deferring $2.1 billion. Deferring $3 million over 10 years is much different than
signing Amanda a $700 million deal, and then he's making $10 million this year is a fucking way outrageous thing compared to
$2 million this year.
$2 million is way over the top of deferments of Chris Davis making $17 million next year from the Orioles. Okay, I mean that is just
we're paying Chris Davis through 2037. By the way,
yeah, and they're going to be paying Shohei Ohtani until he actually.
But you're sitting there saying You're sitting there saying 2 point whatever billion compared to 17 million next year. Yeah, but they're not paying 2 point whatever billion next year.
But it's just all the deferrals, Brooks. I mean, that's what I'm getting at. Is the deferments are getting so outlandish. What's going to make them stop doing this? Because what these guys are doing, rightfully so.
Why everybody else should be doing it?
But some teams can't.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
They won't.
Yes, they fucking can.
Well, then they won't.
Then
why aren't they?
Ask the question. Why aren't they?
I just did.
You need to ask them the question because you know what? The Dodgers have figured out that if you have winning teams, you make a whole lot more fucking money. And now they're making more money off of the bets that they placed and the deferments that they made. They won the World Series again last year. Now they get a whole bunch more money and a whole bunch more revenue, and they bought into the Ohtani business, which makes them a whole lot more money as well.
Yeah.
And they deferred all that money, so they're making all that money every single year on top of it. they're just playing business way better than every other fucking team.
I get now that I'm looking at their books, I get the business sense of it, but it's not good for the game. And the reason that the NFL is so successful, not only because it's only got 17 weeks, but you get to go in. If you're a Carolina Panthers fan, I'm going to use a random team. You go into week 1 with hope.
Yeah.
If you are let's call a spade a spade. If you're a Colorado Rockies fan, you're not going into a season with hope. Now, is that organizational? Yes. But also, is it because the rules allow other teams to do things that the Rockies do not have that kind of money.
I totally agree with you.
You're right.
And also
You're right. The
Dodgers,
Rockies do not.
The Dodgers have this Spectrum TV deal, which is worth approximately $8.35 billion. That's through 2039. They're able to keep most of the revenue that is garnered from that regional sports network. Most teams are not able to do this. This is similar to, like, think about Texas in football, in college football. Or they have their own network. They're able to make all of that money off of that network deal. So this is, think about that. They have a leg up on everyone in terms of that, but also they have a group, with some of the richest people on the planet.
Yeah, but weren't we just saying?
So do a lot of these teams.
Weren't we just saying in spring training how all these local market deals lose money?
They do, except for the Dodgers.
How is that?
Because the Yankees.
Dodgers,
Yankees have Yes Network. The Yankees make a ton of money on Yes
because they have so much international money coming in. People watching them internationally, Japanese, Chinese.
And that's another thing the Dodgers have been really good at is cornering that market with the Japanese, Chinese players.
Again, why do they deserve to get punished? Because they play business better than everybody else.
That's me.
I don't think the Dodgers should get punished. I just think that there needs to be some sort of rules in the MLB to make it, in terms of the top teams and the lower teams, a little bit more parity. We see a lot of parity in the NBA. We see a lot of parity in the NFL. We see teams that are bad every year be good sometimes. In the MLB, it's not like that. Pirates have no chance of being good. The Rockies have no chance of being good.
They do. Though. They're not the lowest. They're not the lowest worth team in the league.
I don't know.
They just decide that they're going to stick around $100 million every year, and that's it.
I know, and that's a problem. And I think the MLB needs to address it. And I think the MLB needs to address some of these owners who don't spend money. And the salary floor is the only thing I can think, but that comes with the salary cap, and the players don't want that. So that leads to
why does it have to come with a salary cap?
Baseball has a problem that they need to fix. It's a problem. All right, how about this?
It's a problem.
Why does every other major sport in America have a salary cap? But baseball is just like they get a fucking hall pass. Now, look, I understand they have probably the best union.
So that this kind of thing doesn't happen is why every other league has a salary cap.
Baseball has the best union maybe in America, and I'm not talking about just sports. The best union, period.
I don't disagree with everything that you're saying here, and that I do think that there needs to be a salary cap, and I do think that there needs to be a salary floor. But I think there's a whole lot more indictment that needs to be put on some of these other teams rather than putting it all on the Dodgers.
Because the Dodgers are the easiest example, and I'm not. Once
correct.
Again, I said it.
They're going to be the reason why this shit happens, and I'm sure all these other teams that are not playing this game right now, they're going to sit there and be like, "You're the reason why this is happening right now because you're taking advantage of a good thing right now."
Yeah, I mean, and I said it from the onset. The Dodgers are playing by the rules. I just think the rules stink. That's it.
Yeah, so I have, as of 2025. Oh no, this is not even of that. This is 2 years ago. Hold on, just the net worth of some of these ownership groups that own teams. This is 2 years ago, so let me see if I can get a
and also, I don't think the money is sustainable for some of these players. I mean, when Juan Soto is getting 700 and change million, where do we go next? I mean, who's going to get $800 million? I mean, you're going to see, and it's going to hit us right in the fucking teeth when Gunnar Henderson asks for $700 million, and Rubenstein's going to be like, no, see ya, bye. And you're gonna be like, well, what the fuck? We should pony up the money. Why? We don't have the fucking infrastructure right now. We're too busy building up Harbor Place, which is an absolute hellhole. We're trying to build up Harbor Place so we can get an entertainment center there to actually build up revenue. But while we're doing that, we're gonna lose all the crop of young guys, and they're gonna go to other teams. We just become a farm system for the big boys.
Yeah, so I mean, to be honest with you, fucking Toronto paying everybody whatever they want makes a lot of sense because they are worth triple at
Yeah.
least every single team in the AL East.
Hence why they wanted to get Ohtani, because they wanted to make him the spokesman for Rogers Communication, because it's an Asian-based company.
They're 19.4. Their ownership group, their entire entity is worth $19 billion. Whereas the Rays is worth 1.6, the Yankees are worth 1.6, the Boston Red Sox are worth 5.7, and the Orioles are worth 4.7.
How the fuck are the Orioles worth 4.7?
It's the whole ownership group, not just David Rubenstein. I don't know why everybody I know he's the operating partner and he gets all like everything that goes along with it, but he has a ton of other people in that ownership group besides himself.
Stavi got that much money?
I mean, Grant Hill has a ton of money. I mean, there's 20 some people in that ownership group that are fucking high net worth people.
Grant Hill done well for himself.
And to be honest with you, you go here and you look at the Steinbrenners. The Steinbrenners are one person. There's not a ton backing. It's just them. It's that family, and that's it. I mean, Rogers Communication is fucking Christ everything.
Yeah.
And you go down and you look at. So I mean, let's go to the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are worth 6 or 7. They might be more now. NL West, $7.3 billion. And then they're not even close compared to Steve Cohen's group, which is $23 billion. So, they're just playing business better than everybody else. They don't have the most money out of everybody.
Well, going back to their TV deal, it's $8.35 billion over 25 years, 2013 to 2039. It generates roughly $334 million for them annually, and a large portion of their deal's revenue is exempt from MLB's revenue sharing pool to ownership structure, giving the Dodgers a major financial advantage over most other teams who don't have this RSN money just piling in
year over year cash flow. Really,
yeah, they have basically $334 million in revenue. They're going to pay $400 million against the luxury tax this year. They can just write that off, and then everything else they make is revenue for them. I don't know if that's how they think about it, but it's pretty wild. I don't know. Once again, I don't fault the Dodgers for any of this. If I'm the Dodgers, I go out and make this Kyle Tucker move 100 times out of 100. I completely forgot they signed Edwin Diaz this offseason, which is another huge move they made, which is if the Orioles made it, it would be one of the biggest moves they've made in years or ever. It would be the biggest free agent pitching contract we've ever given, including starting pitchers, because the biggest pitching contract we've ever given out is, do you guys know?
Charlie Morton.
Nope.
No.
Total value, not at average annual value.
Ubaldo Jimenez.
He's second, 4 years, $50 million. Number one was 4 years, $57 million, and it happened roughly 2016, 17.
K-Rod?
No. Wouldn't think of him as an Oriole. Wouldn't really think of him on any team.
I don't know.
Alex Cobb got a 4-year, $57 million deal from us the year Brooks wanted Lance Lynn. And we got Alex Cobb.
Get the fuck out of here.
He lasted about a year and a half on the Orioles, and then got traded. Yeah.
Boo-boo, I like you.
That's the biggest pitching contract we have ever given out as a franchise to a free agent. Pretty crazy. Also, Jorge Mateo to the Braves. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, it was nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think overall, I mean, we've argued different points here. I think the rules are broken. I think there's going to be a big stink about this maybe in December. So, but I think the Dodgers are probably going to win the World Series this year, and I think there's probably 20 or 24 fan bases in the league that probably don't really think that they can compete.
Nope.
So I think that's bad.
I'm more angry if I'm a Toronto Blue Jays fan and we're not signing every fucking person in sight.
Apparently, they're offering big contracts. Speaking of,
and they have a party room. They have a fucking party room, for God's sakes. Mesa dropped that knowledge.
Yeah.
That was great.
Also, we didn't talk about the implications of Kyle Tucker actually playing baseball for the Dodgers. Do you think that this makes them significantly better?
No, not at all. I don't think Kyle Tucker's a good baseball player.
That's a ridiculous thing to say. That's a ridiculous.
I think he's a good baseball player. He's not worth what he's getting paid.
No,
I'll tell you that. I mean, everybody's worth what everybody.
Saying he's not a good baseball player is like you're objectively wrong.
He's a good baseball player. He is not worth the money he is getting paid. He is not a superstar. People think Kyle Tucker, they think he might be a hedge fund guy. They don't think baseball player. He doesn't really wow you at all whatsoever. Mookie Betts wows you. Like, not because of the name, but he is a stud in every aspect of the game. Fielding, hitting, running, everything. Just his pizzazz, his panache, whatever word you want to fucking use with it. Kyle Tucker is so bland, and he is hurt. He is hot, cold. He's Mark Reynolds, but younger.
I agree with
you
some
want to kill me, I know.
I agree with some of your take, but
I just think you're so wrong on some of it.
But here's my stance, and you guys might think I know Brian's probably on my side after hearing that, but Dusty, you might not be. Give me Bo Bichette over Kyle Tucker.
Fuck yeah!
You've been saying
yes.
You've been saying this a lot. I 100% disagree with this too. I think Bo Bichette's a bad shortstop. Doesn't play good defense at all. He's a good hitter. He hits well.
Not going to play shortstop.
He's playing third base. I know. So we'll figure out how he does there. But he was bad. He was a bad defensive shortstop. So who says? I mean, who knows if he's going to be a good third baseman? Kyle Tucker's just a better hitter than him. He's a better player. I don't know. Yes, he is.
No,
yes,
he's
he
not.
Is. Okay. I mean, you value different things. A guy.
I feel a bet.
His three full healthy seasons with Houston, 21 to 23, hits 30 home runs each year, hits 100 RBIs each year, hits around 275 each year. I mean, you're just not getting that out of Bo Bichette. He's going to hit 3. He's going to lead the league in.
You're not going to get that out of Kyle Tucker either.
I feel a bet.
Okay. All right. What's the bet?
All right. Who has a better WAR? Who has a better WAR?
Well, let's.
I don't like this. I don't like.
You don't like if you're a Bo Bichette fan. Don't do the WAR thing. You can do better batting average because WAR Kyle Tucker's going to win because he's a better fucking baseball player. 30 home runs and 100 dongs is better than hitting 310 with 15 home runs and bad defense and fucking I don't know what. Like I just disagree with you.
I love this. I love Boo Boo and Poo Poo are going at it each other. I love it.
Either way, whatever. We're splitting hairs. They don't play for the same team.
All right, so we got to get
$18 million
off
a year.
We got to get to brass tacks. All right, so I said we put it up to a vote for the bet punishment that I got to do since I lost and took Miami straight up. You guys think of something. Let's put it out to like Laura and Joe and all the regulars who watch, who comment all the time. Randy, put out a couple options. We have to agree on it to make sure that it's feasible. Like I'm not shaving eyebrows or getting tattoos or anything like that. So let's put it out there, and then on Thursday we can decide on the bet. The bet punishment.
Okay, sounds good. We'll do that. If you guys, the bet, by the way, if you guys aren't aware, was that Brian said Miami was going to win the game against Indiana last night outright, and they did not. So he's going to have to do some sort of punishment. We've already done pie in the face. We've already done a couple of things like that. So if you guys have any other good ideas, put it in the comments. Comment on our Instagram or in the comments here, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm not shaving hair. Like if I have to like do the podcast like shirtless, but see, like wearing a dress and stuff, I don't mind doing. So that's not even really a punishment. So pick something that's a little bit off kilter, but I want to be able to do it live. So part of the bet thing is I want to be able to do it live on the podcast. Mm-hmm. So kind of keep that in mind when you're giving ideas.
Okay. Maybe we'll just make you roll like $100 worth of quarters or something like that. That would suck.
Totally fine.
Yeah, that would be way too. That's way too many quarters. That would take.
It's a lot of quarters.
Yeah.
And then so that's that's something that's something to put out there for you guys over the course of the next 48 hours. And then we got our draft today, boys.
Yeah, let's do our draft. I saw somebody on. Well, let's cue up the music, but I have something to say.
I think Brooksy's still looking up like MLB payrolls and value.
No, I'm looking up defensive stats right now.
Look at this guy.
So I saw somebody do this on
You know
Twitter.
who was a better defensive shortstop in 2023?
Jorge Mateo.
Who Bo Bichette was better than? Trey Turner, Corey Seager, CJ Abrams, and JP Crawford.
All of them are bad, like legitimately horrible defensive shortstops. Those are bad defensive shortstops.
Trey Turner wasn't that bad.
Trey Turner's always been a bad shortstop. He's a hit first guy.
Well, you two have a verbal pissy match. I'm actually going to go piss smash my fucking toilet.
Anyway, I saw
like
somebody on Instagram. I think it was the Talking Baseball guys or whatever. They did a around the diamond. Who's the best? They're Yankees fans, most of them. They did who are the best Yankees? Make a starting nine of Yankees who were past their prime when they got to New York. And it was crazy. Like the starting nine that they made was fucking ridiculous. And so the question I was going to ask you guys is who's your favorite Oriole who was past their prime when they got here, but you still love them?
Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah. I think Vladdy and Tommy were the two I immediately thought of. And Sammy Sosa. Which is still crazy to me that Sammy Sosa made the Orioles, but he did.
Johan Santana.
Felix Hernandez. But he didn't. And K-Rod. Well, K-Rod actually played, right?
K-Rod is the only one of those three that played, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I just thought that was a fun little thing. Snake draft today is our least favorite liquors.
Least favorite liquors.
Least favorite liquors. Somebody, you're sitting across from somebody at the bar and they see you, they recognize you, and they get you the shot, and then they hand you this, and you're like, what? You're crazy. You drink this? This is the worst. This is a situation I've been in before, and I can think of exactly a few liquors that have come to me.
All right, so let's.
You know what would be a good example of this, where you could do this kind of thing that we said that we were going to do after the new year that we haven't done yet?
Dice game. The thing with the dice game is that you can change the shot. You could put it in the microwave. You could do things to it.
You can alter it.
You can alter. You can add different liquors to it. This is going to be not
brands.
This is going to be brands / just stuff you really just don't want to be drinking.
I say we give Brooksy the option of who picks first, given he's in Indiana and Indiana won the national championship yesterday. So I'm just going to vote that Brooksy gets to pick the draft order.
That's fair. Brooks, what do you want?
I'll go third because I don't think either one of you are going to take my number one.
Okay, who's going first?
Is this liquor only? Can we take beer too?
Liquor only.
Liquor only.
Brooks, you pick who goes first and second.
Let's do Brian because he's going to have to pay up. He can go first since he's going to have to wear something here soon.
And Brian
this might be it.
Brian will take Goldschlager. No, I'm joking.
Laura, you think that's a punishment? You really do. I don't already have four. I ain't got to go buy it.
That might be more of a punishment for you than it would be for Brian.
Yeah, we don't want to punish the listeners.
I'll do it live at the dive just by myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be diving. You'll be dressed up like Greg Louganis about to go into the pool. All right. Here we go. All right. Brian, least favorite liquors.
I want to qualify this for myself and Dusty. Like, this has nothing to do with the liquor reps that we are friends with, so please take no offense.
This is just a shit. You don't want to do this shot ever.
Yeah, exactly. All right, my number one, without a doubt, it will make me vomit if I see it, is Southern Comfort.
Yeah, SoCo was going to be my number two.
Really?
Yeah, it's just the worst. God, I hate it. Southern Comfort. Yeah. All right, number one for me is easy. It's going to be Jägermeister. It's the worst thing that's ever been created, ever. It's disgusting. I trust the people who order it at my bar a lot less immediately. Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
Jägermeister. God, disgusting.
Number one for me is going to be, and I don't know brands of this. And I don't think that you guys are ever going to, I don't think you guys know brands of this either. You might, you guys are bartenders, so you might. Give me Grappa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grappa was in my
it's on my list.
there. That's a digestive after dinner drink in Little Italy that you would get a lot of. Yuck. Man, that's gross.
And after that,
tastes like freaking butane.
Your face already just has another liquor written all over. I don't even know what it is.
I have a perfect number two.
I'm about to throw up. What it sounds like.
Oh.
I'm trying to find. I have what I want, but I need to find a brand that I want. This is tough because you guys are both bartenders who have reps, and hopefully they don't watch the show.
He's not picking Jenny Cream Ale, although it would be on my list for worst.
It would be on my list.
There's another one that Dusty and I had a few years back that's on my list.
Oh my god, that was so weird.
Shorts Lager. Oh god,
that's a beer. Ew.
Yeah,
I never even heard of that.
You know how we drink. We dumped it out. It was so
yeah. I mean, I could finish pretty much any beer. That was so bad.
Drink a PBR that had been in the line for 2 months before that.
So I'll start this off. I'm not a huge gin fan, so I'm trying to figure out what the worst line of gin is, and you guys probably know better than me. But just put me down because because
gin.
Well, yes, but I mean, we said we needed to like clarify a little bit. I figured Grappa was safe because we don't know Grappa brands.
Yeah.
But for gin, give me Beefeater gin. Heated up Beefeater gin. Which was something I've had to do that multiple times in a month.
That's like a 21st birthday shot. I do.
Beefeater.
That is a dice game that I've had to do too many times.
Yep. I've been present.
I hate gin also, but yeah, I guess I would probably pick rail gin, but I mean whatever.
I mean that's
it still tastes like pine cones regardless, and it's disgusting.
I don't know what rail gin brands would be.
Okay, give me cherry vodka. You guys know on this podcast, if you've been following, I loathe cherries. It's literally like cherries and lima beans, the only two foods in the world that I dislike. So cherry vodka for me is just the worst. I don't care what brand it is. You can give me Fleischmann's or Smirnoff or whatever. Just give me cherry vodka, general cherry vodka. It's the worst.
I can't believe you went Fleischmann's. That's incredible. All right. Well, I'm going to go with two that are very distinct. I do enjoy Irish whiskey, but I despise Powers.
Yeah, we've done that so many times.
I hate
John
Powers so
you don't
much.
like John Powers?
Whatever it is that's in that, it just crushes my palate, and I want to vomit.
Used to get that all the time.
That and Bushmills.
Protestant whiskeys, man.
Protestant.
Stephen Brooks goes, gin is not that bad growing up.
All right, Brian, you get two in a row here. You got SoCo and Powers. What's your number?
And then I'm going to take one of the, if not the worst Deep Eddy of all time created. It is Deep Eddy Orange. It tasted like fucking Robitussin that was shit on by a baby.
It tastes like Emergency a little bit. It's not great.
It had a medicinal aftertaste. I'm out.
It's not my least favorite Deep Eddy, actually. Yeah. All right. I got to pick something here.
I like how nervous you are right now.
I don't really know what to go with here. There's a lot of stuff that I really dislike. I'm trying to think of like the cooler at turtle. Like I'm trying to go inside of the
You're
cooler
going
and see
inside
what's
the
going- I'm trying to see what's going on in there. Yeah. All right.
What's up, boys? What's everybody at Pig and Rooster? What's going on, guys? Steve, Nate, Del, Sarge,
Delaware Dave or Delaware Darren?
Delaware Dave. I don't know if Darren's here today. I got to look outside in a minute.
All right. I mean, I'll just go ahead. I'm just gonna pick. I'm just gonna pick Crown Apple. I think it's fucking disgusting. I think anybody who drinks the
Damn,
fucking super,
mom's
I know
gonna be
people are
pissed
like,
at you.
I know people are gonna,
Dude.
care, honestly, this is a personal list to me. I think Crown Apple is fucking rancid. I think it's disgusting. It is so sweet. It tastes sweeter than a Jolly Rancher. I hate it.
You just got disinvited from to Easter, man. Your mom and dad are gonna kick your ass.
Crown Apple, not Crown. Regular Crown is great. Crown Apple.
Mom likes Crown Apple.
I know.
What are you talking about?
A lot of people do. I think it's disgusting.
All right. Well, this is going to be a hot take. Well, not really even a hot take, but like it's going to piss some people off. Jepson's Malort. I'm not a huge Malort fan.
Malort, you
Malort.
took, damn it. That was my next one. Damn.
I know that's a Chicago thing, and I know there's some Chicago people around me, and I know there's a couple people in Baltimore that like Malort as well. Just not for me. And this one is going to be, I love whiskey. I love bourbon. Sometimes it doesn't always love me, but one of the earliest memories I have of
I know where you're going.
transferring into my alma mater. One of the first times I went out with the team. Somebody who's been on this podcast before made me finish a fifth of Black Velvet whiskey.
Would his name begin with a Derek?
Yeah.
Black
And by
Velvet
the end of the night, I was army crawling under cars. I was dancing with a tree, and our resident Steelers fan that joins the show, Chuck Haley, him and I became friends that night because he took care of me the rest of the night. So Black Velvet, haven't had it since that night, haven't had it before that night. So
Is it bad that the tree had more moves than you did?
no. I mean, I was falling over, so I was sprinting out the back door of the baseball house, and the baseball house had 3 steps out the back door, and I kept forgetting. And I would sprint out and just fucking faceplant.
Boom.
Yeah. And then they found me sleeping next to a log outside in the backyard.
Black Velvet whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Black. All right, I'm gonna go. I don't know. I can think of a specific brand just because we have it at Green Turtle, but I'm just gonna go with spicy tequila. Any kind of spicy tequila. If it's a jalapeno infused tequila, we have Tanteo, we have a Cuervo Doubles Reserve. Any kind of spicy tequila. If you're making spicy margs, just put jalapenos in them and don't use that spicy tequila. It's fucking disgusting. I hate tequila #1 to begin with. I don't understand the spicy beverage thing. I put hot sauce on everything I eat, but spicy drinks don't make sense to me. I don't get it.
And hence the dice game at Nacho Mama's when we used to do that jalapeno tequila.
That's it is fucking gross.
Let's just say that if triple ply toilet paper was invented, we would have been using it.
Yeah.
Look at Brooks's face.
The sticky wings and the jalapeno tequila didn't go well together. That's for sure.
You guys really fucked me over a couple nights on that.
And those buffalo chicken burrito. That buffalo chicken burrito. That smothered buffalo chicken burrito.
Oh.
Talk about your toilet having a bad day the next day.
You might as well have ate it on the toilet. It was just like
you
in and
just
out.
Throw it straight into the toilet and look the same. All right.
No nutritional value at all.
Yeah. All right. Brian, you get 2 more to finish off your draft here.
All right, I'm gonna go with Calvert whiskey. First thing I got drunk on liquor wise.
That's
when I was a kid.
That's a plastic bottle.
Yeah. And then the original Fireball, which I threw up on my first throw up. Hot Damn. by
Ooh.
Seagram's.
Hot damn. Is that
Yeah.
what it's
Yeah, I do remember those.
called? Hot damn.
Yeah.
Hot damn John Graham.
That was the original Fireball. It was made by Seagram's, I believe, and it was let's just say potent,
Yeah.
especially for a 15-year-old.
I don't love cinnamon whiskey in general. I have a lot of friends that like Fireball. I don't like it at all, but I do drink it every now and then, and it's palatable for me.
It's an easy drinker, at least.
Yeah. My last pick here is going to be 99 Bananas.
Ooh, good call.
Really, just disgusting shit. There's a couple that I left off the list here, but 99 Bananas was bad stuff.
Take us home, Brooks.
Do I get one more?
Yeah.
Give me Pinnacle whipped vodka.
Ooh, nice call.
That brings me back to
Yeah.
high school / freshman year of college, probably.
Because you're thinking about doing it by itself. Now it's good mixed with other things, but by itself, awful.
This Pinnacle in general is a little rough. I was between that and my first honorable mention would probably be Hypnotic.
Oh, forgot Hypno.
Never had that.
It wasn't the worst tasting thing in the world, but it was terrible hangover.
I know that I'm going to get crucified probably by Brian and anybody at Pig and Rooster for this, but Fernet.
I hate it. It was on my list. It literally is on my list, and I actually had one last night.
It's bad. I drank a lot of it. It's not good.
Chartreuse is on my list.
Never had that.
Don't.
Chambord.
Chambord, I love.
Do you actually?
I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
Do you actually?
Yeah, do you actually? I also hate Smirnoff Sour.
Ooh, yeah. We do a lot of sour bombs at Cork Bar.
I drank myself out of it. I don't think it's a bad liquor. I drank myself out of it, so for me, it's bad.
Jack Daniels.
Stephen Brooks just texted me. He's over at Pig right now. He goes, "All of Pig is offended right now for that."
I knew
that was a big Pig. Yeah. I knew Pig was going to be pissed at that.
I knew they were going to be bad about it.
Your tag's going to be so big at Pig next time you come in town, Dustin.
You got the crowd in an uproar. I got pissed again. Hold
on. For my cherry vodka, if we have to pick a brand, I'm just going to go Burnett's. We could pick, New Amsterdam or something like that. Beefeater, he picked. I think everyone picked brands pretty well. So that's good. Spicy tequila, I guess I'll just go with Cuervo Devil's Reserve or something like that.
Yeah, Tantia or whatever.
Yeah. Just stuff. Yeah. Some other stuff that I don't love. Drambuie. Don't love Drambuie.
That Drambuie stinks.
I don't really. Most of the
like white
stuff I don't drink, like Tia Maria and any kind of like amarettos. I don't love amaretto by itself, but I love Dr. Peppers. So
yeah, fair enough. Are you a Buka guy?
I love Buka.
I like white Buka. I don't like black Buka. I know that doesn't make any sense because they taste the same. I just don't. I never like black Buka.
I like white Buka more because I've had it more. Maybe. Just most of the places I've worked have had white Buka and not black Buka, with the exception of one. But I used to like Buka a lot more when I lived in Baltimore when I bartended at Abbey Burger. Because I would drink it like every now and then, and it was kind of like a treat. When I moved to Ocean City, and I worked at a tap house, we were friends with a lot of people who worked at Mackey's. And if you know anything about Mackey's back in the day, if you knew the bartenders, like specifically my buddy Vince, who works at Kirby's now, if you walk into Mackey's, if I walked into Mackey's back in the day, you put the bottle of Sambuca on the bar, and however many people I walked in with, that's how many shot glasses he would put on top, and he would just give us the bottle of Sambuca. So I drank so much Buca my first 2 years down here that I really had to get out of it for a little while, and now I'm starting to appreciate it again. But you get through phases with liquor, you drink too much of it. Like you said with Smirnoff Sour, you drink too much and then you just like.
Oh, there was a point in time for about a decade I hated American Honey because I drank myself out of it right when it came out. We just pound. Myself, Deli, Meg Burns, back in Out Your Mama's days, and we would pound it. And then I was like, I fucking hate it. But then Deli and I had American Honey a week ago on this past Wednesday, and I loved it. I was like, damn, this tastes pretty damn good.
What about some old school stuff like Irish Mist or Yukon Jack? You like that stuff?
Oh, Yukon Jack, I love because you can make the breakfast shot with it, man.
Yeah.
A little orange juice, a little bacon strip.
Yeah.
Canadian Mist was a go-to for a while for me.
Oh yeah.
Canadian Mist is something.
I remember I mixed Canadian Mist with orange juice with Drew with our other degenerate that joins this, Drew Burton, and it was rough.
What's the most vile cocktail you've ever had to make, like not ironically? Brian.
Hey, Prairie Fires always are up there because you got to put mayo on top of that bad boy.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's so people order that non-ironically, not as like a joke for their friend. I'm saying, like, there are
Incredible
like,
Hulks. When he had to make an Incredible Hulk, that's hypnotic.
yeah.
Also Tokyo Tea Shots, which is basically a Long Island tea with Midori.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
You ever made a Baltimore Zoo?
I don't know what the fuck that means, but it sounds awful already.
Old Granddad. I like Old Granddad.
It's like a Long Island, but you trash can a Natty Boh on top of it instead of Red Bull, basically.
Is a boiler? Boilermaker is a drink, so it's not an actual like a. I used to do Boilermakers all the time when I was getting hazed.
How do we do dice game for like the payment part of it?
It was 7, 14, and 21. 7
Well, I know.
14 picked, and 21 did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if we were on the payment part, if we're not at a bar, how do we play this? Like if we're gonna play on here, you know what I mean? We need to make up something for that.
Step.
You gotta make up something for it.
Yeah.
You pick it. You
Old Granddad, Zima. Zima's not a liquor.
Zima's not a liquor, but hey, if you bring your own Jolly Ranchers. Well, you bring your own Jolly Ranchers. Come on, Zima can taste really fucking
Zima
nice.
a malt liquor, technically?
I don't know.
It's like whatever Smirnoff Ice is. It's the same thing. I think that's.
And Old Granddad's good.
Hell yeah.
Old Granddad's not bad. It's
especially there's some really nice Old Granddad.
There was some really bad. I mean, like you could pick some of the terrible rails from when I started bartending, like Inverhouse Scotch. Would have been real bad.
Scotch.
Moctezuma tequila. See you later. I'm out.
Moctezuma tequila.
Moctezuma tequila.
Paramount grape.
Anything tequila for a while there. I was rough.
No. I was gonna say multiple people have ordered this from me. Captain and orange juice. If you're the kind of person who drinks Captain and orange juice,
I've never heard that.
You need a team of psychiatrists, I think. It's probably rough stuff. We're not playing right now, Brooks.
We're not playing right now. I'm playing right now.
All right, we're 2 hours,
boys,
minutes.
I'm going to kick it. I got to kick it.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're going to do a speed round.
Speed run, Immaculate Grid?
Speed run.
Speed run.
Do it.
And then we'll get out of here.
Are you on it, Brooks, or you want me to do
it? You can do it.
All right, I'm going to present the Immaculate Grid screen. I have not looked at it. I just pulled it up. And as soon as it goes up, we're going to start a timer on my phone.
Start a clock.
And we're going to try to get as low a score as we can, as fast as we can. But mostly, we're just going to try to go as fast as we can. All right, are we ready?
Cool. Let's go.
Set. Go.
Oh.
Sorry, it's not even on here. Cubs, Indians. I can't even think of anybody off the tap. Indians, Cardinals. I got no one. Alomar here. Alomar.
Indians, Cardinals. The center fielder. I mean, never mind. No, never mind.
Fuck. This sucks. Shit. I hate all of this.
Aramis Ramirez.
Aramis Ramirez is good.
Where?
Seattle Cubs. Aramis Ramirez.
Or I don't think he played for the. I think he played his whole career in the NL Central. Man, we're gonna lose. We're bad.
Aramis Ramirez.
Dude, there's
Beltre. Never mind, Beltre.
Beltre didn't play for the Cubs.
And who was Beltre? Was he Seattle?
He played for Seattle. He didn't play for the Cubs.
I'm mixing up Aramis Ramirez and Beltre right now.
All right. Well, we've already lost, guys. We've already lost.
So what? We still got to figure this out.
Career hits for the. Let's go.
Ichiro.
Yeah, whatever. Ichiro, Edgar Martinez, either way. First round pick. I don't know first round picks. Does anybody know first round picks back in the day? Griffey. Has to have 2,000 hits, I would imagine. First round pick for the Let's Go Pujols. Do you think he was a first round pick?
No, he was not. He was a 7th round pick.
Okay, how do we know that? Matt Holliday, Larry Walker, was he a first round pick?
No idea.
Not there, not with them.
Doesn't matter. He has to just be a first. Never mind. He just has to be a first round pick with the Cardinals. You're right.
First round pick, man. I don't know.
I don't either. We suck. Jordan Walker. He's their
First
top.
round-
He's the top prospect for them. Chris Bryant, is he a first round pick?
Yes.
House Schwarber, Chris
Yes.
Bryant.
Good call. Bad spelling. Good call though.
Chris Bryant. We did the last one so much better.
St. Louis, Harrison Bader, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, JD Drew.
JD Drew for the St. Louis.
Yeah.
For the St. Louis. All right. St. Louis, Seattle. Randy Arozarena.
Got it. Good.
Cleveland, St. Louis. Andrew Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he played for Cleveland, right?
Mm-hmm.
See.
Yep.
Cleveland and the Cubs. God.
Is that Zambrano? Was that a catcher?
Carlos Zambrano was a pitcher.
Carlos Zambrano was a pitcher.
Jose
No, I know
Quintana?
that.
Quintana?
Yeah, I don't know if he pitched for Cleveland. He pitched for the Cubs, the White Sox, the Pirates.
Moyer for Seattle and Cubs.
Oh, yeah. Cubs, Cleveland is gross.
You gotta be kidding me. And they're in the
gotta-
same, god damn it, they're in the same fucking time zone, basically.
Oh, you gotta know this. Why are we not?
Sammy Sosa? Or did he play for the Twins?
No.
Was it Sammy
Favorite.
Sosa? He played
Yeah, he played for the Chicago White Sox. Played for the White Sox.
Oh, shit.
We're better than this. We're better than this.
We're so much better than this. Well, last time we finished in 50 seconds, we're at 320. I don't have anybody. Cubs, Indians. I have no one right now on my head.
Not Maddox. Not Alomar. Alomar we already used.
Dempster? No.
I think you might be right there. I think you're right there.
I don't know for sure.
Well, Kelsey.
Shit.
We got to be better than this, guys.
Cleveland.
This is poor form.
Cleveland and
Cleveland and
Chicago should be an easy one.
Cubs, Indians, Dennis Eckersley, Dad says. I don't remember him on the Cubs. I know he played for the Indians and the
Put it in. If your dad's always right.
All right.
But whenever we get being under a
There
time
it is.
constraint,
Glenn comes through.
time constraint's hard.
Four minutes, 15 seconds was bad, guys.
That's not good.
48.
All right.
We did 52 seconds and got a 62 or something in terms of
let's try to do a quick. Let's try to do
First
quick
round
football
pick
now,
is
yeah.
tough.
Quick football. Ready?
I know I'm killing it. I gotta go. All right.
First team All Pro for
Sick.
the Broncos. Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning thing.
First team All
Calvin
Pro.
Johnson.
Calvin Johnson. Lane Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles Dolphins. Jay Ajayi.
There you go. Now we're cooking with gas.
37% said that. Joey Harrington played for the Dolphins.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I always want to say Aqib Talib because he signed with the Dolphins, but he didn't play there. Eagles, Raiders, Nnamdi Asomugha. Raiders, Lions. Might be out here.
Sue? No.
No.
That might be it.
Oh.
Denver and Miami feels gettable. Who is that? Who are you? Who's the first round pick that Bradley Chubb?
Raiders in Denver. Is that Lynch? No, that was Tampa.
Mm-mm.
It's Javon
Say,
Walker.
Keenan
Javon
Allen.
Walker and Donald Driver kind of. Javon Walker. No.
Rich Gannon, Trent Green. He was with Chiefs, though. Fuck me.
We're gonna do better on this if we just get these last two. I don't have anybody for Raiders Lions, by the way. Nate Burleson, did he play for the Raiders? I have Broncos Lions. That's Tim
Richie
Benton.
Incognito.
He played for the Dolphins and the Raiders. I don't know if he played for them. So.
Got me beat.
McCaffrey, McCardle, Stokely, Owen Daniels.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Matt Castle? Matt Castle?
I don't know if he played for either of those teams.
I mean, he definitely played for the Broncos, right? No, he was at the Chiefs.
Seymour? No. We might be good.
Bill Romanowski, Raiders and Broncos.
There you go. Romanowski, yeah, done.
Bill Romanowski, 34%.
And then Randy said,
Jesus. Doesn't even have a picture. Man won multiple Super Bowls.
Amik Robertson? Who the fuck is Amik Robertson?
Is that your dad?
That's Randy. 8%er. Look at that. Hey, we did better. 2 minutes, 46 seconds.
Hey, where's Randy on all these Raider guys? Jesus.
Well, he got us 2 of them.
Yeah.
Look at all that forehead there on the top right. That's crazy. All right, we got way too much. Way too much.
All right, let's see.
All right.
Hey.
Get well soon to Banksy. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Yeah, get well soon to Banksy. Dad, feel better. Dad's in the hospital. He'll be fine. He's going to be good. He'll be good. So, hey, everyone feel better. Everyone take care. Congratulations to IU and to the Miss Carr family, if I may, even though it's not her, that's her maiden name. So,
thank you guys for listening, liking, commenting, subscribing, and we will see you guys again on Thursday.
Pig and Rooster.
Let's go Framber, maybe. Hopefully.
Whatever you say, boo boo.
Justin Verlander.